Welcome. Welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts, just like the man said.
Yes, he did.
Here we are. We're live. It's Thursday. What a fun show it's going to be.
I hope so.
Well, I think so. Jeffrey Dean Morgan's coming in, Negan, who's been great on Walking Dead.
He has been, yeah.
He's saving the show, I think. Every scene he's in is entertaining to no end.
You know,
And
I'm a little sick of Norman Reedus. I've been saying that.
it's because he's so handsome.
No, I don't like his brooding through his hair.
He's got a lot on his mind. He's a bit of an artist.
I understand.
You know, he's a biker, but he's a bit of an artist.
But he looks like Cousin It. His fucking dumb hair in his face. He's always brooding through it.
Why doesn't he cut that hair?
It just looks sloppy and he doesn't say anything.
Well, it's the apocalypse, you know? He doesn't have his product.
I'm tired of him.
You are?
Yeah.
I'm tired of fucking Carl. That's who I'm
me
tired
too.
of.
I am too. Carl.
Carl.
I'm tired of Carl.
There's an episode you haven't seen yet where I think it's the next one because you told me the episode you'd caught up on.
Yeah.
And the next one, because I was catching up on him last night. And there's a real good... I think the next one that you haven't seen yet where Negan comes to where Rick and them live, you know? What's it called? Atlantis?
Alexandria.
Alexandria.
Close.
Yeah.
Close.
They don't live in the Bahamas?
Nope.
Oh. So he goes to Alexandria, and then he's there and everything, and there's just a really good, I won't spoil it for you, but there's a really good Coral!
Oh, is there a good one? Okay, yeah.
Coral!
He says that a lot.
Yeah, he
Coral.
does.
Coral. Had enough of Carol.
You don't like Carol either?
No, I'm tired of her.
She's got a lot on her mind, too.
They all do. I mean, everyone does in a fucking zombie apocalypse.
But you'd think at some point, you just realize it is what it is. Like, it's not like they're just struggling with this new information that it's a zombie apocalypse. It's been the zombie apocalypse for a while.
I'm not tired of Rick. I enjoy him. He's such a great actor, that guy, Andrew Lincoln.
Did you know he's British?
I did not know that, even though we've interviewed him twice. Is he?
That's right.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Well, because Rick, changes throughout the show. Like, sometimes he's super badass, sometimes he's a nice guy, sometimes he's a broken man.
I find he's a nice guy less and less.
Yeah, I like that.
I find he's a nice guy less and less, and he's a bit of a cocksucker.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy Rick scenes, and I enjoy Negan scenes.
Little young Carl is in there. Show me Carl from season 1.
Wouldn't it have been great if he died 3 episodes in?
3 seasons in. Oh, yeah.
Episodes.
Yes, of the entire show, yeah.
Yeah. If it's just halfway through season 1, there goes Carl. He's just a little kid with that... By the way, the hat works when he's a little kid, but he's fucking 17 now, and he's still wearing a sheriff's hat.
His hair's all long.
It's so stupid. He's still wearing that hat. He's so old.
Yeah, that's the hard part. We've talked before about like Walt on Lost, the kid. It was Henry Perrineau's son on the show.
Uh-huh.
But you start to get phased out when they only use when your kid is in every scene you're in because the kid gets older.
Right. Yeah.
Fucking Walt grew up. Sometimes they just got to replace the kid. I think it's easier
to just keep him young like The Simpsons?
Well, I mean,
Just
it's
like...
supposed to be 2 seasons, and the kid's got his fucking learner's permit. Fix it. You know, if they have to swap the kid out, I can handle that.
It really does let you know how long it's been the zombie apocalypse when you see Carl with a fucking goatee. And he's like, I still got my sheriff's hat, though.
Is that Walt in the fucking top right one? Is that him? No, bottom and then below that one.
Yeah, you don't remember when he when Locke was in the hole and he came and he appeared and he said we got work to do and he was like 20.
That was so stupid.
Well,
that was dumb.
Yeah.
Get another Walt. Get another one.
But you don't want another one. That's
I did.
So cool. Especially on Walking Dead, when Carl's in like half the episodes. You can't just have another little kid.
I could believe that easier.
Plus, time is supposed to be passing. Sometimes
not at this rate.
They have longer beards and
there he
shorter
is now.
beards. Their hair goes great. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him. And by the way, how come none of the women can find conditioner in the apocalypse, but Carl can?
That's
Look
a
at
good
that
point.
hair.
It is kind of, although it is a little wig-like.
You think so?
Yeah.
He lost his...
How did he lose his eye? I forget. He got shot, right?
I don't know.
Shot or stabbed, I forget.
I wish he had been shot and it went right into his brain. And that would have been that.
How did Carl lose his eye? I don't remember.
There he is. The zombies are
Jerking
attacking
off.
him.
Oh, that kid.
That's what he was doing.
I hated that kid.
You just knew he was going to fuck it up for everyone.
Didn't you? How did he die? How did he die?
I think he was just eating.
Oh,
Which
good.
kid was it?
I forget what it was. The kid who was like, Mom!
Yeah.
Mom! when they're all sneaking through the zombies. It's like, shut up, you cock.
Was it like season 3 or something?
No. This was last season when the blonde in Alexandria that Rick was trying to hook up with.
Oh, yeah.
Was his kid.
And she stayed with her kid, and did she get killed too?
I hope so.
I don't remember. I think so. It's all a blur.
I liked before when it was just like one little group of people. It was like 5 people, and we just travel around with them.
You think there's too many groups?
There's every group.
There's only
yeah.
like 10.
But I love how they can wear that, how the rules for killing the zombies has changed. Like at one point, you couldn't get the blood on you. And then they said you have to get it directly into the brain. And now all of a sudden they're just doing karate chops and these things are dying.
Well, it's really easy to knock heads off, you know what I mean? Just a swift heel kick and the head goes
Dude,
off.
it's amazing how easily they can stab somebody with something.
Yeah, they get like a stick and they can cave in a skull.
Look at her blonde hair as she's wearing a very obvious...
She's in a disguise.
Yeah, I know that,
They're
but it's...
wearing skin.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but it's so neat.
It is. Her hair is well taken care of.
Maybe
Who
she
are
got
they
some of
eating
that
there, the
Carl
kid?
conditioner. Yeah.
Her
Good.
shitty kid?
Good.
Yeah.
Good, her kid was shitty.
Exactly. No problemo with me.
And he wanted to hook up with her, but she wouldn't leave?
Huh?
Rick.
Yeah.
Not the kid. The kid didn't want to hook up with her because that's his mom.
Yeah. No, I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, right,
But
she got
Rick-
eaten.
No, they were all trying to leave because Alexandria was infested with zombies.
Yeah, her kid sucked.
Yeah.
I was so happy that kid got eaten, wrecking it for everybody.
Yeah, it was a problem.
And there goes the mom.
Stupid behavioral problem.
They're all trying to leave quietly, and he's like, "Mom."
Dumbelina Carl still has his hat on.
Yeah.
It was my dad's. Your dad's right there. He's not even dead. Like, his dad is right there. What are you still wearing the hat for? It's not even like you're wearing it in memory, in tribute. You sleep in the same bedroom as him. You don't need to wear his hat.
Who's he holding on to? Oh, a zombie monster?
And there's no
That's not
sheriff.
what they're called.
I think it's zombie monsters. It's a zombie monster apocalypse. We should ask Jeffrey Dean Morgan when he comes in here. Do you think Negan's ever afraid of the zombie monsters? Do you think his bat could handle? How many zombie monsters do you think his bat could handle?
All right.
Look at him. He won't let his hat fall off his head.
I know. I like that he just chopped his girlfriend's arm off, though, to get to Carl free. Carl.
Oh, yeah, he was shot.
Oh, just
Shot in the
gun.
eyeball.
Yeah,
Don't ruin my hat.
by the other kid.
Why'd the other kid shoot him?
He's pissed.
About what?
It's just the
he,
whole deal.
The girl?
Yeah, well, that was the blonde's older son, and like they killed his dad.
Oh, right. That was a dick, though.
Yeah, his dad
All
was an
right.
asshole.
Yeah.
I hate that now they're just comfortable hanging out with the zombies.
Well, it's been so long. It's
not-
been so
Yeah.
long. They've been hanging out with zombies for years. Years.
Oh, yeah, when Carl got shot, that was great, right in the eye.
They hung out with zombies. Think about it. They hung out with zombies in their neighborhood. Then they hung out with zombies at the farm. Then they hung out with zombies at the jail. Then they hung out with zombies with the governor. Then they hung out with zombies for one episode.
But these zombie talent shows are going too far, though.
Do you think so?
Yeah, the zombies are singing now and dancing. So it's really ridiculous. There's a zombie mayor.
Yeah.
Fucking boo. I am enjoying the show again, though.
I am too.
I think you go through phases with any show you watch
I got annoyed.
where it drives you nuts a little bit, and then it stops driving you nuts, or you just stop watching it.
I got annoyed when they spent an entire season building to where they were going to stay. What was the place they were looking for? Tribeca?
Peckatown.
Terminus.
No.
Nope, wasn't Peckatown.
Wasn't Peckatown?
I agree with you. Nothing frustrated me more about that show than the whole Terminus angle.
Why?
Yeah, they spent a season looking for Terminus, and then they spent one episode there, and we're like, this place sucks, and they were gone.
Yeah. This place is death. Is that what it was called? The episode?
I don't remember what the title of the episode was.
I don't look at episode titles.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you fucking dork. Nobody looks at episode titles.
No.
I'm just glad that Carl got out of Terminus with that sheriff's hat. Can you imagine the audacity of wearing a sheriff's hat while somebody like Negan, who's like a dictator, is running around hitting people with baseball bats and being like, you have to do everything I say. Well, can I still wear the sheriff's hat?
And he's not even helping people. Sheriff's supposed to help people.
He's not helping anybody.
And also, so we have him in today, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
And then we have a special guest co-host coming in for the second half of the show.
That's
Gary Busey is making his return.
That's right. He'll be helping us co-host the program.
He will, and he's going to interview Jeffrey Dean Morgan with us.
Oh, good.
Yes, he is.
I wonder if they know each other.
I don't know. We didn't do the research for that. But what happened was he had such a good time here a couple of weeks ago when he did the show.
That's right.
And he kept talking about, you guys are quick, you guys are fun, you guys know. And we were like, we got to get Gary Busey back in here. And I think somebody half jokingly said, we got to get Gary Busey in to co-host a show while he's in town doing this play that he's doing. And then like 3 days later, we just got an email going, "Yep, Gary's interested." We're like, "Okay."
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. We're doing it, so I'm excited about that too.
I wonder how his play is. I want to go see it. I haven't had much time, but I would. It's only until like it's a limited run till the middle of December, right?
Sunday.
Oh, to Sunday. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. I guess I won't be seeing it.
You won't be seeing it.
Maybe I can see it Sunday.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You'll have to ask him when he's in here.
Yeah.
Let me go to Kevin in Philadelphia. Kevin, welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Hi, Kevin.
So the big thing with The Walking Dead, they have fucking terrible child actors in that entire show. Carl, the actor, he's not the best, but according to the comic books, Carl later on is supposed to be like the main focal point of the show. And the writers are panicking. So I think Carl has to die or something because that show will be dead if Carl.
Well, again, it's in the comic book. Is he growing up, or is he still kind of the same age, or is he close to it?
He's growing
up.
But I mean, as fast as he is here, the time frame. This is like he's grown like 8 years in the show.
That's
physically.
true.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So you're not supposed to be growing as fast in the comic book. It's probably not 8 years have passed. It's probably a year or 2 years.
Michonne's dreadlocks have not grown as quickly as Carl has grown.
Well,
Yeah, according to the books, in the books, it'd be this point right now where we're at. Carl would be a major focal point. So God help us all.
Yeah, they got to just go in
What
a
don't
different
people like
direction.
about it? The actor himself, or the fact that he's getting older, or his relationship with his dad? What don't people like?
There's something about that. I think when you have, and maybe it's just all of us loving a character and not wanting that character to get close to somebody else, because when you have a character that's beloved on a show universally, like everybody loves Rick, everybody loved Breaking Bad, you know what I mean? Everybody loved Walter White. Nobody likes their sons. When you can't have, I can't think of one character that's been kind of universally beloved and that the actors
AJ from The Sopranos.
Exactly.
Whose sons do they love? Yeah,
everybody
people
hates
didn't
AJ.
People didn't hate the kid from Breaking Bad. He annoyed me, but I thought people liked him.
No, they
people
hated
him.
I hated
okay,
him.
I didn't know that.
He was the source of many jokes on the internet.
How about the daughter? Did they like the daughter in Homeland? How much they hated
Yeah,
her.
she
You're
was
right.
so
they hate
fucking
the kids.
annoying. Yeah,
What is the? Is that show still on?
Homeland. Yeah,
It's coming back early next year.
Okay, cool.
Set in New York.
What happened? What is she? Is she in space now with a bunch of astronaut terrorists?
I haven't watched Homeland since the second season, I think.
Yeah, they lost me.
But I forgot about that. Yeah, people hated that daughter.
I know they really did.
It's also, there's something like teenagers, high school age teenagers are very obnoxious.
Yeah, but you don't have to write them obnoxious unless you want the people to hate them. This is the beautiful thing. This is not a reality show. They can
That's
write them
true.
as pleasant.
That's true, but instead they don't.
No, that kid going, "Mom," all the zombies are around. That's every fucking kid in the show.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know if it's the way the writers write them or if it's just we don't need a pesky kid ruining our good character.
Is there one I like? That's a good point. I'm trying to think if there's one of these guys I like. I didn't mind AJ in The Sopranos. He drove me nuts in like a couple of the seasons.
He was a
been
little
snotty.
fuck-faced, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought he was needed.
You never look at any of... Yeah, he was definitely needed for the show, but you never look at any of the TV show kids and be like, yeah, he's the next so-and-so. Like, Carl is not the next Rick, and AJ is not the next Tony. Like, you're looking like, oh, I guess the bloodline just kind of ends right there.
Is there one example of where that works out? Where you like the kid? I can't think of one.
Where the son or the daughter,
Or the
I guess.
daughter is
because,
popular.
Yeah, because the daughter, you looked at that and you're like, that daughter is not going to be anywhere as cool as the terrorist politician guy from Homeland, who I forget his name, but he had red hair.
Brody.
Damian
Lewis. He's in Billions.
Right. But I mean the character. Rick in Arizona.
Oh, we were just talking about you.
That's a different Rick.
Oh, sorry.
What's up, buddy?
Hi, good morning, boys. I think the whole comparison with AJ Soprano is perfect. I mean, they're hateable characters because their personality is just kind of dickish or just shitty. But the biggest thing is they take away scene time from people you like.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they do. I mean, like, I think that everybody who was a Sopranos fan, when stupid AJ jumped into the pool with a plastic bag over his head, we all had our fingers crossed. Like, yep, let this be it. Let this be it. Because it's fun. Thank you, buddy. It's fun when they start because you like to see a little kid running around doing wacky shit. You know what I mean? It mixes up the show. Like, there's nothing wrong with little young AJ with his fat kid mushroom cut saying, "What? No fucking ZD?" Like, you're like, "Yay, AJ." But when he gets older, I mean, this was like almost a breath of fresh air when he's got the plastic bag and he puts a rubber band around it and then jumps into the pool with his coat on.
The good thing with this, though, about AJ is they showed you. I didn't like the kid from Breaking Bad, but AJ showed you that even a mafia don has like a fucking annoying kid, or the kid that does shit. You're like, ugh.
Yeah,
like it really made the family very believable.
He's still got to go home and deal with this. The same stuff. To deal with it. Like, he has to go and deal with the mafia. And then he comes home from work and has to deal with what everybody else has to deal with.
Well, they were a real family. It's almost like the worst part that you could make is to cartoon the family and not make them a real family.
Right.
And there's a real family. Like, the daughter's kind of nice. She's off in college, not doing anything crazy. The fucking son's kind of a fuck up, but he's not in big trouble. He's just a kind of an annoying dick sometimes.
Right.
Like, that's exactly what a family's like. And I know because I have one.
And I'm so glad you're coming from a place of an informed opinion.
Absolutely. I'm a boy with a family.
Yeah.
I am that boy.
Wow. And it's also good because every now and then, like, Meadow Soprano's boyfriend gets killed in a mafia hit. You never know.
Oh, right. Yeah. He was. He had to be killed, though.
Poor Jackie.
Yeah.
Poor Jackie.
Yeah, he had to go.
Let's go to
Remember
Ed.
He was hiding out? One of the houses he was hiding out in was fucking Michael K. Williams. Was in the.
Yeah.
Was in that. Yeah, he was in like 2 or 3 episodes. He played a guy who was housing Jackie Aprile.
Jackie Jr. Yeah.
Who killed him and for what?
At the end, it was...
Sorry if you haven't seen that. I apologize for blowing that.
It's the fucking end of season 3 of Sopranos.
I know, but I
20 years
still
old.
still don't like to wreck things.
Hey, guess what? Larry Sanders goes off the air at the end of his season. Like,
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, sorry, bro.
All right.
I didn't mean to do that to you. Doesn't Tony kill him? I think Tony kills him. Kills Jackie Jr.
I don't remember.
And that's the big emotional thing, because not only is it his daughter's boyfriend, but he loved Jackie Sr., and he's got to kill his kid now.
Why does he have to kill him? What did he do?
He's a fuck-up.
He stole a hat.
I think it was.
It was a Mets hat,
Yeah.
and he put it back with the Cincinnati Reds hats belong.
That's it. That was it.
Can we figure out why he killed him? I don't remember. I don't think Tony killed him.
Vito.
Why'd Vito kill him?
Vito shot Jackie Jr. in the back of the head.
Oh, that's right. Johnny Cakes.
What were they doing?
Johnny Cakes killed him. Yeah, it was time to go.
Yeah. He robbed a big card game or something. Yeah, he killed. Yeah, you know what? He robbed a card game with some guys.
Yeah.
And somebody got killed. Like, they shot and killed somebody.
And they'd already told him to knock it off.
He really fought. Yeah, he killed like a made man or so. He did something where he kind of really had to go.
Yeah, it was a card game.
And they couldn't protect him,
I'm
right?
so behind on rewatching that show.
How are you behind on rewatching?
No, but I mean, like, I should have rewatched it like years ago.
You've never rewatched it?
I've rewatched it once, but that was like
It has a really high, and I'm going to say this.
Oh, no, don't say that word.
Don't
rewatchability.
Oh, really? You fucking movie
factor
blogger?
Has a really high rewatchability factor.
Oh, wow.
More than Lost?
You know, it's funny you say Lost. Lost doesn't have as much. I watched Lost twice. But I wanted to watch something on Lost the other night. Because it's on Netflix. He's just like, fuck it, it's there. And I watched the episode where Saeed has to confront the woman who he tortured. Mm-hmm. And that was a pretty good episode. But the rest of it, Sawyer playing fucking ping pong, I just couldn't get into. I guess because it was made for TV too. And even since Lost, which was 2010, there's been so many great fucking shows. Like Walking Dead and like these other things with this great graphic content. It's hard to get into a show where there's no graphic content at all.
It's also tough when there's so many current shows to watch, because I don't look at The Sopranos and be like, oh, I want to watch one episode. I'm like, I want to watch the entire series again. Because it's way better when you rewatch it, because you don't have to wait fucking 2 years between seasons.
Sometimes I'll just pick one in there. I'll put in like season 2, episode 8, and I'll just watch it and then go from there. I picked up The Sopranos or The Wire from weird season points. Uh-oh, sneeze coming.
Oh,
that's worth it.
What a fucking annoying sneeze.
I had to sneeze. I took Afrin 3 days in a row. So
I don't care if you have to sneeze, but you don't have to be theatrical about it.
I have to.
No, you don't.
Half the problem with rewatching Lost, though, is that half the fun was the mystery and wondering what happens next and talking about it.
Yeah, and the fact that they said whatever happened, I was like, ugh, boo. Although I will say the end of season 5 is one of the best endings ever.
I never watched any of Lost.
Which ending was that?
That's when they're in the fucking thing and that weapon, that bomb goes off.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're like, oh no, and then it's just white. And then there's like Lost.
Right.
Like, oh, fucking cunt. They nailed me good on that one.
moment.
I
They
couldn't
got
believe
you?
they did. Yeah, once in a while, a show gets you where you're like, I can't fucking believe they just did that shit.
Yeah.
That's the great.
And then you have to sit there, and it's not like you have to sit there for months or a year, whatever it is, until the next season.
It's usually something you don't like, too. It's
Yeah.
usually they do something you don't like. Very rarely do they do something you like, because TV has kind of trained us to expect a happy ending. And it's when they do something you're like, ah, you mother's cunt, that you're like, I really love this show.
I remember it was major news when the episode that revealed that they were off the island happened. Like, everyone was talking about it.
Right.
Where it was like in the Sopranos when Tony changed his snow tires. I was like, why?
You thought he did it too early in the season?
Too early. It was June.
Yeah, there's
It
no
was a July
reason.
4th party. He's like, bring me the tires.
I watch Oz over and over again.
You know,
It's kind of a cheesy show when you rewatch it, but it's still a good show.
I liked Oz a lot, and I watched the first couple of seasons. I don't know why I stopped watching. There's
It got-
something like a little too weird.
It got
Far-fetched.
fucking ridiculous towards the later seasons, but still, I watched them all. And I'll tell you, Vern Schillinger's kid, was a fuck up too. Just an unlikable disaster.
I don't think I ever got that far, to be honest. I think I probably got like 2 or 3 seasons in. I watched a lot of that stuff. We were on K-Rock. No, I watched a lot of shows when we were off the air. Opie and Anthony kicked off the air in 2003 and 4. And I was doing Tough Crowd. I would be up. I didn't know that fruit kept you up with the sugar. So I'd be ordering from
It
this-
doesn't.
The sugar absolutely does.
Like, you're very sensitive to sugar and caffeine.
If you eat at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I could eat a Rice Krispie treat at midnight and be asleep by 1.
But I do it. I know what I wish you'd eat. It's a cock and a bullet. I was
What? In what order?
well. Come on, please, surprise me. No, I was up all night. I would be up all night, and sometimes I wouldn't have a Tough Crowd the next day, so I was back on like all night. And at 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes I'd be watching The Sopranos like on DVDs, and I think that was when I started watching Oz. And I got fucking. I would order these giant cottage cheese fruit plates from the diner up the street. And I would eat them and just lay there and not go to sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. You eat that much sugar that late at night, you're
Sitting
staying
there
up.
watching Oz, eating strawberries and cottage cheese.
Yeah, it was a
Wild
bad
life.
time. Huh?
What a wild life.
You really are a fucking celebrity, you know that?
That was when I went off the deep end with a lot of stuff. That was a really weird time. But that's when I caught up with a lot of shows. And then we got kicked off XM for a month. We were going home at 9 a.m.
I remember
from
that.
K-Rock. I would watch. That's when I was watching. I caught up on Lost. You and Than and all those guys were talking about fucking Lost, and whoever was.
I didn't talk about
whoever was
it.
talking
I
about
never watched
Me
it.
and Fan.
Yeah. And I started watching. And I got addicted to it. He was giving me the DVD box sets.
Didn't you worry you were running out of cream cheese, cottage cheese?
No, it was a different time in my life.
Wrong cheese.
Yeah, wrong cheese. Well, you should have known. I mean, how'd you?
Where did cheese go?
I don't know.
I was no, it was in the middle of the morning, and it was just totally different time.
I remember. Let's go to Bobby in Delaware. What's up, buddy?
Depressed.
You were
Hey,
depressed?
Sam, how's it going?
Good, man.
So the only child character that I think we can tolerate anymore is Arya Stark on Game of Thrones. At least she's a badass.
Which one is the one that? Oh yeah. I don't mind her. The one that was always getting abused is annoying.
Yeah,
Sansa. Who's she dating now too? I just saw her in some fucking thing.
but is that character somebody's, like a big character's daughter?
Yeah.
She is? I don't
Yeah,
watch
sure.
Game of Thrones
Yeah,
either.
it's- Who's Sansa Stark dating in real life? Do you know? I just saw a picture of her. She looked good.
It's not Perez Hilton on the phone. It's some guy named
No,
Bobby.
but he might know.
Thank you, Bobby.
I never found her really attractive, and now I do.
You do?
Yeah. I don't remember who. I just saw. Oh, some rugby star. I just saw a picture of her in real life. She
You
looks
can get
good.
her. If it's some rugby star, who cares? You can get her. Some handsome, athletic guy. Like, that gets really old really fast.
Yeah, it probably does.
Let's go to Ed in Boston. What's
She's
up,
very
Ed?
pretty.
Good morning, boys. Another show with an annoying son, Ray Donovan, the son on that. He, when he was younger, just kind of a whiny little kid. Now that he's getting older, like a high school age, he's just a dick.
Ray Donovan, I've only seen the first 2 seasons of, so there's certain ones I really liked and certain ones I didn't like. We interviewed the guy who played Bunchy, who I thought who was a funny guy to interview.
But that's what you sign on to these shows, like a Ray Donovan show, whatever it is, and the last thing you want to see is a kid going through puberty. Like, at first, it's like, oh, some little kid, he's just set decoration. And now you're like, oh, he's getting bratty. He's learning to drive. He's starting to shave. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I find the guy who said that they take screen time away from people you like.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Maybe that's why I don't hate Carl. He's just getting older, but I don't dislike him because I don't see him enough.
That's the problem with The Walking Dead is there's so many characters on that show that you're bound to not like some. And every now and then, an episode just pops up where they're like, hey, we're concentrating on this character the entire episode. And you go, oh, shit.
Obviously the writers have to keep it going somehow, and they have to do that because there's got to be an interest in these characters because it's a bunch of fucking zombies. So how do they keep you interested in zombies?
This is how they do it.
Interested in the people.
They do it. The show is just like pro wrestling. Like they have Rick, who's their big hero. And every season, they build up some other villain for Rick to fight. And then at the end of the season, he beats him somehow. That will work for 15 seasons if they just do it that way without all this filler. That's what they've been doing, and if they just keep doing that, it will be fine.
But there's only so many bad guys only so many episodes you can build around him getting the bad guy without it being exactly routine.
If you just had a whole season of Negan making innuendo that he was forcing Rick to suck his balls, I would watch that show every week. All of them. All the episodes.
Yeah, it would get a little...
monotonous?
I think so, yeah. Even though I do kind of like this Negan character. He's a real prick.
That's what you got to do. Build Rick as your hero. Build a new villain every season. Season premiere. Who do you got? Why did somebody Photoshop? I hate it when they do that.
Is that you and Carl?
Every time I bring up Carl from The Walking Dead, Tef Chipperson makes Carl Roberts Photoshops where they put my face on Carl's body.
Boy, autism is great on Twitter.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I like when autism can be pointed in a creative direction towards our show.
By the way, before we forget, the Chip video, the guy who had told you was coming.
Oh, yeah,
awesome job that he sent me that little picture, and then he did the whole commercial. Fuck, man, there's some funny, creative people.
We'll tweet it out, and we'll talk about that a little more definitely this morning. Let's go to James on Long Island. What's up, James?
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hi, James.
I just got into the show like literally 2.5 weeks ago. My wife and I binge watched the entire show. We're totally caught up to date. I like Carl, man. I think you guys are. I think whoever doesn't like him is incorrect.
I don't like him.
I don't hate him.
He's badass.
I don't think he's badass. I think he's just he just ruins things. Like he's stronger. He thinks he's stronger than he is. He talks too much. And if he were never on an episode again, I'd be fine.
I don't mind Carl.
So what about the time when maybe the second season when he killed that kid? He didn't have to kill him. When they remember. He didn't have to kill that one kid. That one kid was coming. They were escaping and they were trying to attack the farm. And the kid was trying to escape. He's like, no, I didn't do it. And Carl just kills him anyway.
I mean, I don't mind that.
I don't remember that part. But I think the problem I have is he's just getting older too fast, and it's hard to watch when it's supposed to be in an enclosed time period.
And it reminds Jim of his own mortality. And he doesn't like that.
Oh no, I actually do. I encourage things to remind me of my mortality. I don't like when it's supposed to be a short period of time and you can see the aging.
But we don't know how short it's supposed to be.
It's not supposed to be 9 years.
We don't know.
8 years.
It's supposed to be 8 years.
He's better than Enid.
Which one's Enid?
That girl that he's always following around.
Oh, she's cute though.
She's terrible.
Yeah. You don't like Enid?
No,
I don't like her name.
Nowhere.
Travis.
It is, right?
No, it's so... I hate her.
Do you think she's getting a fucking zombie cheek bite
I
soon?
sure hope so.
Because it's so weird when these guys sign on, like you're going to be so-and-so's girlfriend, they're like, oh my God. I feel bad for the one who played the wife in The Walking Dead. Like she died.
Lori.
It was such a weird death.
Yeah.
They never technically showed her death. Like, they just showed her disappearing. So I'm like, she's coming back. I thought maybe she got knocked up in real life.
She died at childbirth, right?
No, they showed her. Didn't
she died giving birth to
but then all of a sudden she was gone. Like, you shot her.
Rick or Carl have to go kill her?
Yeah. Carl had to shoot her in the face.
Yeah.
That was Carl.
And then her body was gone.
But no, Carl shot her.
No, but then her body was gone.
Right, but she was dead.
I know, but it was such a weird way. There was no burial or something. There was something that they didn't do that I was like, she's coming back. The actress just got pregnant.
I'm pretty sure when she died, and then they shot her in the head so she didn't return as a zombie.
Didn't they not show them shooting her?
No, they showed. I mean, they didn't show
that was a powerful part of Carl's evolution. Like he killed
It's
his mom.
important, yeah.
But they didn't show him killing her, and I thought them not showing it or even having that moment. And then he kept dreaming about her and seeing her, so I'm like, something's going on.
If the mom came back and they're like, oh, Carl is still a pussy. He didn't shoot his mom at all. He's not a man at all.
Yeah, imagine the mom came back. She was like she was with a bunch of gang members in Harlem. You're like, oh, Mom.
Why'd you do that?
Why'd you do that?
Or she's with a bunch of rabbis, and Travis is like, I can't watch this show anymore. This show
His mom's in the
sucks.
synagogue.
Jump the shark.
That's not believable.
Yeah, this makes no sense. I will tell you, I'm fearful of one thing. Because I think they want to kind of follow the comic a little bit in the sense that they probably want to make Carl a strong character. I am so scared that Carl is going to kill Negan. And if that happens, I'll have to burn my apartment to the ground. I don't know what I'll do. I'll be so...
Oh, I hope he does. Good.
Well, if they follow the books, then that wouldn't happen.
Let me ask you a question. With Carl, how old is he supposed to be in the books at this point?
I don't know.
28.
Yeah, all right, perfect.
Yeah.
He's still too old to show.
But I know Negan is still alive in the books.
Okay.
But can't you... I could see them doing that.
Noggin.
Nope.
That's not how you pronounce it.
Not at all.
In an effort to make Carl look strong. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And I would be so upset because I came back for this season. If they betrayed me like that, I would take it as a personal insult.
Maybe Carl will use his karate.
Does he know karate?
Would you be happy if the rumors that he's leaving are true?
Very happy. Yeah. Yes.
Why would he leave?
When I would love to see.
I've read that he's leaving for college.
Smart choice. No, he'll probably.
You think he'll have opportunities once he finishes college?
He'll get his education, and then he can always go back to acting. Okay, college is something you have to take advantage of.
God, these guys are so fucking stupid.
Well, Jim, they want to know what it's like to be a normal kid.
Either that, or it's a negotiation ploy. Who what's his name? Left Game of Thrones because he was killed because that was the way the story went. Joffrey. He didn't want to act anymore. He said that was it for him. He got so much hate. He's probably the most hateable television character in history.
Right.
Is Joffrey. And just a fucking hateable boy king.
More hateable than Carl?
I don't know about that.
I would suck Carl's dick in zombie soup before I would fucking hang out. Joffrey was such a hateable boy king. He had power and he didn't know why everybody hated his fucking guts. Just a real cunt. So you were really happy when he got killed, but you were also sad because he was such a fun guy to hate.
Right. You need that. That's what they do well on Walking Dead. Negan is very good because he's such a cool bad guy. You want to love him, and they're very good at having him do things that make it so that you still hate him.
I wasn't buying him 100%. I'm like, oh, because I don't know the comics. But then when he wanted Rick to cut his kid's arm off, I'm like, yeah, it's a pretty hardcore.
That's dope.
Pretty hardcore thing.
Especially knowing who the kid is, I appreciate
especially
that.
the right arm too. It's the fucking wank arm, wanking claw.
Shane in Indiana.
Yeah, he's laughing.
Welcome to
What's going on, boys?
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, actually, Jimmy, you did know Lori died because remember the zombie ate her and Rick went ape shit off the zombie when she came down to there.
That's right.
Oh, maybe I just don't remember that. Okay.
But the reason I'm calling is you're talking about TV shows where a kid can grow up to be the father. What about Different Strokes and Arnold?
Arnold, the only reason he maintained his lovability is because he never passed 3 feet tall.
Yeah, he had a kidney problemo.
Yeah, that's the only reason. And you, I think it ended up being a little more than just a typical problemo.
It was a big one. Kept him in fucking Shortville.
Yeah. Kept him going back to get his pants hemmed quite a bit.
Yeah. Doomed to a life of stepladders. Yeah. That's his A&E biography.
Let me tell you something. This kid loved boys section of Gap.
Boy, you bet he did. Well, look who it is. The mayor of Twerp City.
Well, if it isn't another little shrimpola. Yeah, but you want an example of annoying kids. When Gary Coleman started going through puberty but was still only 2.5 feet tall, they brought in the redheaded white kid, Sam, and he was the most hateable kid ever.
Which one was the Sam? I don't remember him.
He ended up on Salute Your Shorts after Different Strokes.
I liked Oliver on the Brady Bunch.
That was your guy?
Yeah, because they said he was the one that Mike Brady was fucking really interested in. He'd take him in a tiger's doghouse and fumble with him.
I didn't know that Mike Brady was a child molester.
Well, yeah, they would always say that how come Cousin Oliver has dog hair on his back? And like he must have been laying in Tiger's doghouse again.
They knew it was a problem when he had dog hair on his stomach.
Yeah, and then Mr. Brady had it on his knees. Matted dog hair.
Oh, no.
It would be raining and Tiger would be outside of his doghouse barking into the doghouse because he couldn't get in there.
And Oliver has very matted in dog hair on his knees and palms.
Yeah, he's very upset. He used to be so sweet. He's just sad and isolated now.
Poor cousin Oliver.
Let me see that redheaded kid from Different Strokes. What was his name? Sam?
Sam.
I vaguely remember him.
That was when Conrad Bain finally met a chick and started banging her, but she had a kid.
Right. Oh, I hate that. You know how annoyed Gary Coleman must have been when they brought in this fucking cutesy white kid with a bowl fucking Dutch boy hairdo?
Well, yeah, because the kid's like 8 years old and Gary Coleman's 34, and he's like sitting there like they're pals.
Show me some video of Sam. Sam
on Different Strokes.
Oh, I don't remember him.
He's missing his teeth. He's got the redheaded bowl cut. I remember him.
Yeah, I mean, I remember him in theory, but I can't remember one.
I watched a lot of Different Strokes when I was growing up.
Sam's Rescue? Ew.
That's right.
From who?
From kidnappers. He was such a lovable little tyke.
Oh, I wish Mr. fucking Carlson from WKRP in Cincinnati would have got a hold of him.
Now we just have to get him to Gab, and he'll fit in like one of
Oh, yeah, this was the episode where the family lost their kid got kidnapped, or they lost their baby or something like that. And so they kidnapped Sam. And they wanted Sam to just be their new son.
Oh.
They took him right out of a grocery store.
Oh, I wonder if that happened to anybody we know.
What do you mean?
Because you don't look like anyone in your family.
Oh.
You were kidnapped.
You think I just got kidnapped and just was used
from
as
a family
son?
very much like Willis and Arnold. Yeah.
You mean Conrad Bain or their original family?
Their original family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
to get him to Gab, and he'll fit in like one of the family.
What's the matter
Sam
with
is
you, Bobby? Did you
bummed
catch a
out.
quiet bug from
And Bobby's pissed because he's like, this is fucking weird. Like, you guys just kidnapped this kid, and now you want him to be my brother.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it. He thinks his family's lost their fucking minds.
It's really stupid.
You think so?
Sam's rescue. How'd they rescue Sam?
They found out. You think this is what would happen? You think this is what happens to most kids that get kidnapped?
No.
They just get brought into a nice family and get loved?
No, not at all. No, normally Sam would be in the basement carving his initials into wood to being sold into motels to older gentlemen.
Yeah, he'd have his red hair shaved and words burned into his skin.
I love these episodes.
Oh, boy.
This is what I call Different Strokes. The jerking years.
What? The good years was fine and subtle, and we knew why.
The jerking years.
It gets so literal.
Yeah, a redheaded boy all confused.
It's just so illegal and
running
awful
around
and immoral.
Kiss his forehead.
It just destroys lives.
Come here, Sam. Welcome to the family.
That's not what this was about. He wasn't.
Yeah, it was. He was kidnapped.
But not to molest him.
Shh. No, I didn't say that.
I know you're being
to massage him.
I forgot you're being subtle.
Yeah, to massage his feet.
Go on.
from old Sam there, huh?
I guess so.
Oh, the door just got out.
Who is it?
Police!
Oh, shit.
Open up. We have a warrant to search the premises.
It's the fuzz.
And the father runs to the door.
Kidnapping of Sam McGill.
Kidnapping?
Sam!
Mr. D!
Why, first of all, why would a stepfather go on a police raid? It doesn't happen.
He gets to go with them.
He's right behind the cops.
Let me tell you something. If Conrad Bain hires you to find his kid, he's going with you. That Cadillac is following the police car.
Oh, Mr. Drummond.
What fucking excuse? And the guy's like, the wife is going, kidnapped? Like, she had no clue.
Oh, she didn't know.
That her husband's a maniac.
Mr. D!
And look, they're just slowly cuffing the guy. They're not putting him into, they don't know if he's got a pistol. Watch. Because they're trying not to have too much action around the actual scene that you're focusing on. So look at, they're not doing anything with the guy.
Right.
One cop has his hand gently on his back.
No, because they want the focus to be on
Right.
Sam and Mr. D.
Yeah, making
Mr.
love.
D! Making love.
Oh, Mr. D! I knew you'd come and get me. I knew you would.
Mr. D, you have denture breath.
Mr. D is a little old to have such a young son.
Yeah, he sure is.
We found you.
Tunnel! What's happening?
She had nothing to do with this. My wife and son had nothing to do with this.
You know your son didn't.
It's true.
We'll have to figure this out later.
It's true. They did. We'll have to figure this out later.
The cops are the two tightest suits ever.
look at the armpit of this one.
Nice suits.
Boy, is that stretching.
Somebody didn't make it to his fitting. Somebody didn't make it to fucking wardrobe fitting the day before the shoot.
Yeah, a couple of actors got a little loose.
Yeah.
On what fit them and what didn't. They wanted these jobs bad.
They went by his old bio that said he was a 40. And they didn't realize he had fattened up to a 44 or whatever.
Oh, yeah. He was a strong 44.
That looks like Jimmy Smits a little bit. I don't think it's him.
It's not him.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. I bet the waist on those pants were tight, too. Yeah. Boy, oh, boy, were they popping out.
Yeah, that kind of looks like Jimmy Smits.
It does.
It does look like him, but it's not him.
What do you think, Travis?
I mean, I don't think it's him, but it looks like...
It's definitely not him.
How do you know it's definitely not him?
Because it kind of looks like him, but not enough for it to be him. If it were him, it would look exactly like him.
No,
it looks like,
he looks
like
exactly
him,
like Jimmy Smits. Jimmy Smits looks exactly like Jimmy Smits.
Look at Jimmy Smits' IMDb. I bet you kiss.
It's not him.
Bet you kiss.
I'm not betting a kiss.
Why? If I'm wrong, I'll kiss you, and if you're wrong, you kiss me.
I'm not doing the kiss bet.
Hold on. Let's see. Just find him.
Just go down to the bottom.
I love, by the way, the first season of NYPD Blue. I thought it was awesome.
The whole
There you
series
go.
is awesome.
There you
It's
go.
one of my favorite shows.
Now you can just go down to the bottom. We know what you go up to his credits.
Not all the way to the bottom.
See, see his first credit is 84, and you can scroll up 87.
Right
He's
there,
not,
different strokes.
It's not there. That says The Believers. It's a different word altogether. Very few letters are even in common. Pee-wee's Playhouse.
That's a good movie, by the way, The Believers. I just looked it up on IMDb yesterday with Martin Sheen.
Why?
Because I wanted to see an actor's name who was in it. I forget the guy's name, but I did an episode of Bored to Death with him.
Martin Sheen?
No,
That was
it
his
wasn't
name?
Marty.
Jimmy Smits?
It wasn't Jimmy Smits, and it wasn't the black guy.
Harris Yulin?
It was Richard Masur. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the black guy who's I think he's French. The guy who played the guy who was into voodoo.
Malik Bowens?
Yeah, he was also in When We Were Kings.
Oh.
He was interviewed. He was great.
Oh.
He was really scary in that movie.
Let's go back to the dramatic rescue of Sam.
Sam?
Huh?
Sorry, Mrs. Brown. Bye, Bobby.
You have the right to remain silent.
Ew.
Anything you say. That's what I found.
Bye, Bobby.
Bye, Bobby. They bring in Dumb Sam with his shirt that doesn't fit.
Of course it doesn't.
His little sleeves don't fit.
No, because he's just a lovable little guy.
Little scamp.
He's just a little scamp.
Little scamp.
Boy, the wardrobe department on Different Strokes sure was slacking that episode.
Yeah.
As long as it kind of fits.
Well, we didn't see what happened. You're tweeting, Adrian. I'm trying to watch Little
done.
Sam. No.
It's done. We're not watching
God
the whole
damn
episode.
it.
God damn it.
Wait, Danny Cooksey, he's a singer.
No, don't listen to Danny Cooksey.
Is that
sing.
him?
Yeah, but this, I'm sure the acting had dried up. This was before Salute Your Shorts on Nickelodeon when he played Bobby Budnick.
This is 89. Hold on. Let's take that. Come on.
This was Sam from Different Strokes.
He's not bad.
What, compared to Randy Travis now?
Hickory tweet. Hold on, I'm enjoying this. Woo. I relate to this.
No, you don't. You have no country state of mind. You're from New Jersey.
I eat a hickory stick.
You don't even know what a hickory stick is.
Sure I do.
His parents wanted him to be famous
Badly.
so badly. They shoved him into all of this stuff.
So that was a performing Country State of Mind with Brian Sklar on #1 West Circuit in '89.
And then 2 years later, he hit it big.
Did he? Okay, let's see.
With Salute Your Shorts?
Yeah.
What is Salute Your Shorts?
What?
One of the best shows ever.
Was it a big show?
It's I Hope We Never Part. Now get it right or pay the price.
It was a big Nickelodeon show.
How long was he on for?
I think that ran for like 3 years or
Okay,
something.
so he had okay, good.
He got a good 3-season run. And he influenced an entire generation. Bobby Budnick was
he
a
did.
bad kid.
Yeah.
Woo! You want to fuck around with Bobby Budnick?
But that's what, like, I know him. You know him from Different Strokes, but I know him from Salute Your Shorts.
I know him from his country career.
My mistake.
I saw him live a bunch of times. He was at Ozfest.
He was?
Yeah, yeah.
Did he have that denim shirt on?
Yeah, he did. He sang Country State of Mind.
Did you keep the bangs?
Yes.
That's cool.
What's he doing now?
Just going
There's
to
always
autograph.
one point with a lot of these. Like Ricky Schroeder wound up having an adult career, but there's always one fucking point where they just it stops.
Yeah.
And you're like,
He does a lot of voiceover work.
Oh, so
that's
he's
right.
still
Yeah,
working.
He's
Okay.
a big voiceover guy.
Oh, he's working a lot. Okay. Yeah, he's got a bunch of TV series, a bunch of. Oh, yeah.
They're all voiceover
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah. Still, he's got a real career.
That's
Okay.
great.
Good for
That's
him.
awesome. Let's go to.
See, I told you he had a good voice. I know a good voice when I hear it.
He has a good.
See, good singer.
That's not the same thing.
Sure, it is.
Patrick in New
In
York.
a country state of mind.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Patty Cakes.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, well, you know why all these kids are dicks on TV is because the writers have kids and teenagers are dicks. They cost you a ton of money. They think they know everything. And, you know, you can't wait to the fact that when they get out of college and maybe they're adults again and you can kind of have a life with them after that. But
What he was saying right there reminded me of one of those little things you were. Why do teenagers remind you of marmalade? Well, they're not sweet. They're always good. They're free. You know how people have those lists of things? Why this reminds me of that? It's always terrible.
Yeah, I guess so, but I've never seen the "Why do teenagers remind me of marmalade?"
I was
list.
just riffing.
I know you are.
Just
I know.
riffing.
I like that marmalade is always at the tip of your tongue, though.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
Guess what else is at the tip of my tongue a lot?
Oh, I know.
Cooters.
That wasn't
and
it.
that girl, the young girl on Game of Thrones, the reason why you don't hate her is because she's kind of skipped over the whole teenage thing and went straight to being an adult. She's out there killing people, and she's all on her own. She doesn't have a family, so she's got nobody to whine to and pretend to be a teenager.
She doesn't have to learn how to be an adult.
It's hard to murder. It's hard to hate somebody when they're constantly murdering people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun to watch. How about Steve in Tampa?
Yes!
What's up, Steve?
Hey guys, I've always been kind of an HBO guy as far as shows go, and
You and me both, Steve.
Jim, I have the same taste as you as far as shows. Usually.
Terrible statement.
And I've always noticed you make comments about Homeland like you didn't like it, and I was going to start it, but should I not waste my time? Or
Watch season 1 and tell me what you think. There's a point. It's really well acted. Claire Danes is great. Damian Lewis is really, really good. Give it a shot. You might like it. I mean, I loved a lot of the first season, and like I think I said this before. They did one thing. It might have been early season 2. The one thing in season 1, and they immediately lost me. Like, you have to suspend a little disbelief on every show.
Yeah.
I get it. Sure. Look, I love Omar from The Wire, but how long does a guy survive truly robbing drugs? You know, that mythical thing is built up in the streets, but for TV, they give you a little more leeway. So you suspend disbelief no matter how great a show is. But this one, they did one thing, and I'm like, why?
And Showtime ruined that show.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
They always do
very,
that.
very
They ruin
bad.
every show for me.
Because they forced the writers to do something that they didn't want to do.
Which was not kill him after season 1.
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to say it because the guy...
Oh, God. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. Well, you know what? All I said was, yeah, you're right. I kind of blew it a little bit. But
You didn't even want us giving away the ending of season 3 of Sopranos.
I understand. I didn't mean to do that.
To just a general audience.
I apologize. But give it a shot anyway, dude. It's good. I'm
He hung
saying
up.
that because, sorry about that, brother. A guy told me about a documentary last night that I want to watch. And he's like, you should watch this. And I'm like, I would love to see that. That sounds great.
Yeah.
And then he goes on and he goes, yeah, because at the end of it, I'm like, why would you tell me the fucking end of it?
That's what my dad does that constantly. He's sitting there like, he was talking about Mad Men. We were like, yeah, but we haven't seen it, whatever. This was a couple years ago. And he's like, oh, I mean, it gets so good this season. She has an affair with this person and blah, blah, blah. And Jess just looked at him and she goes, we just said we haven't seen it. You told us what happens. And he goes, yeah, but everything happens. And you're like, that's not...
Have you seen it now?
Yeah.
Dr. Steve is suggesting that Sally Draper is the exception to this whole kids argument that you guys are having.
Sally Draper.
That's just because Draper sounds like part of Dr. Steve's dating philosophy. Draper?
I don't know.
Someone said Sally Draper, and he's like, well, yeah, I did. Oh, wait. I didn't understand your question.
Sally Draper kind of turned into a horrible person.
I don't know. I'm just saying what he said. I've never.
Yeah, no. She's not the exception. I think. No. I think first of all, Dr.
saying Dr. Steve's an idiot.
I was saying he sounds a little creepy, being like, "What about Sally Draper?
Yeah.
She's not so bad."
What about her? You should hear him when he's talking in the chat rooms. Yeah, she's a 3-loader.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
A 3-loader.
No, he's a doctor. Oh. No wonder they wouldn't let him be a pediatrician.
Oh, I just saw his text. Thank you, Dr. Steve. Sally Draper is the sole exception. Oh, he likes her feet.
That's what he wrote?
Yeah, she's the sole exception.
Oh, that's gross, dude. That's terrible. Cigars and scotch.
Hey, my kids used to watch iCarly,
and they had this little kid on there, Gibby, for comic relief. He was like weird and quirky looking, but young enough where it's still cute. And by the last season, it looked like they replaced him with John Goodman, and they couldn't do any of the gags.
Yeah, I don't like comic relief. Like I know people are right there out there going, obviously.
Exactly.
But I don't like when people are put in a show for comic relief. It never relieves me with comedy.
It doesn't?
No, I don't need it. I don't need comic relief on a show.
You don't want a nice sort of like, oh, I need to, there's just so much drama and stress. If only there was a nice joke somewhere.
No, what's a good example of comic relief on a show? By the way, the documentary I still want to see. I couldn't believe he told me what he told me. I was like, what are you doing?
What documentary?
I'll tell you after. I know if I tell people, they'll fucking ruin it.
You think they will?
Yep.
They won't be a friend about it?
I don't even care. I still watch things even if they're ruined. But geez, he's 40 there. What's a good show of a good example of comic relief that kind of annoys people on a show? I'm saying I don't like it, but I can't think of one example.
Yeah,
there's a million of them.
But I mean, it exists. I mean, it's been there since the beginning. Shakespeare used to put comic relief in every play, and Gilbert and Sullivan used to put comic relief in every play. But a good example of comic relief on a show. They used to do it a lot back in like the 70s and stuff like that, where they would have a wacky neighbor. Like, even though it was a comedy, technically, like on Full House, Kimmy Gibbler was put on the show strictly for comic relief. Like, there would never be a dramatic series. Or on Blossom, Six was put in for comic relief. You're not going to have a dramatic story around the wacky neighbor.
But even though they were still comedies, go to the top 10 most annoying comic relief. I mean, like when they're put in a totally non-comedy situation,
like where a show doesn't need the comedy,
right? Like Snyder from One Day at a Time was comic relief in a comedy. Like, you know, that's the wacky neighbor guy,
right?
10 most brutally annoying comic relief characters, and I know that all. Oh, Jar Jar Binks.
C-3PO.
C-3PO a little bit, but I still liked him. Who's that? Ruby Road from Fifth Element. I didn't know who that is. But yeah, stuff like that. Even Joe Pesci in The Lethal Weapon was kind of a comic relief, but I didn't mind it.
Rob Schneider in Judge Dredd. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Oh, I never saw that.
It happens in movies, I guess, a lot more. Scrappy Doo is a bad example.
Was a cunt.
He's a shitty dog, but
Scrappy Doo is a fucking piece of shit.
Snarf from Thundercats, the fucking worst.
I don't remember Snarf.
All I wanted to see was Lino and Mumra fight each other with their armies, and Snarf is running around. Remember Superman? Remember Otis from Superman?
Yes, I do. Was that Ned Beatty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was awful.
Hey there, Mr. What was his name?
Carter.
Luthor. Mr. Luthor, yeah. Jar Jar Binks sucked in. What's number one?
Yeah.
Sheriff Pepper from Live and Let Die? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I typically don't like it.
Yeah, I don't either. Let's go to Dean in Buffalo. What's up, Dean?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Dean.
You're leaving out the two most lovable kid characters in the history of TV, Buffy and Jody.
Yeah, I didn't know them.
Yeah, me neither. I don't watch Family Affair.
Buffy and Jody? I thought that was from Full House.
No. From Buffy and... No.
How would I know?
Full House is DJ and Stephanie and Michelle.
I'm good. I'm glad I don't know that.
That's not good.
It is good.
It was a genre-defining program.
Exactly. Douches.
We're going with the douche-com.
I'm happy I don't know those kids.
You are?
Yeah, it's because I was too old for it, so it'd be creepy if I knew it.
That'd be so funny if you're sitting there in your 30s just watching Full House.
Yeah, the fact that I'm not, you're like, all right, this guy's all right.
But that's what people think they can do now because it's like a retro thing, because they're doing all those like revamps. Like there are people now who are in their 30s that think it's okay to watch Fuller House or Girl Meets World or shows like that when you go, no, it wouldn't have been appropriate for you to watch the original shows when you're at the age you're at, so you can't, that doesn't mean you can turn around and watch the reboots now.
Thanks, Roland.
Targeted at the same audience that the original show was, you know?
Yeah.
It's gross.
It is gross. I just have no interest in it. In anything child-oriented.
You don't?
No, I don't. They're not interesting to me, and their shows are fucking awful.
That's right.
I just don't want to watch them.
Jason in Mississippi.
Hey, y'all doing? It's a pleasure to talk to both of you. I'm a big fan of both of you.
Thank you. Goddamn fucking right you are.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I was going to tell y'all that Danny Cooksey was the lead singer of a rock and roll band in 1991 called Bad for Good.
See, what a poser. You know,
yeah.
When you're singing, you're singing country music in 1989, and then 1991, you're the singer of a metal band.
Yeah,
there he is. Yeah, that's him.
Oh, yeah. He might just have a good voice.
Yeah, but to go from country to this, that's not just a...
Let's hear him. I've heard worse.
I mean, you know what? I have heard worse too. It's not like you listen to it and you go, "That's terrible."
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with the country music. It's just one thing away from being like good. Like it's kind of it's not a. It doesn't have any depth to it.
Yeah. Plus, it was like trying to capitalize on the Nirvana fucking. Or was that before Nirvana?
It was before Nirvana, but it was like Poison and stuff like that.
I think it rocks. I got it on my iPod.
You love it. All right. Well, we stand corrected.
All right, buddy. Let's go to Dan in Detroit. What's going on, buddy?
Danny.
Oh, he hung up. He got scared.
No! I hope he got hung up and there wasn't a problem.
You got very, very scared. Doug on Long Island. What's up, Doug?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Doug.
I just wanted to. We're talking about shitty kid actors. I don't know if you guys watch Modern Family.
Yeah.
But the two sons, like the chubby Spanish kid and the other dude, they're the worst now. They used to be kind of cute when they were younger, and they're just awful now.
Yeah, because it's fun to watch, like the Hispanic kid was like this chubby, kind of overly effeminate, overly romantic
Booker?
kid.
Oh.
But he was like 10 years old. And then the other kid was just a dumb, awkward dude. And now, like, the chubby Hispanic kid is, you kind of watch him, and you know he probably wouldn't get work if he wasn't working from the time he was a kid on the same show. And like the awkward other young kid is like a good-looking guy now. And you can't take him seriously anymore.
Well, kids are weird. Like they can be annoying, and I always talk about The Wire. But season 4 of The Wire was about the kids, and it was one of the best seasons. Like they were fucking amazing.
Were they the kids of characters on the show, or just kids?
One of them was the character of he was a weak character, but of a guy who was a very strong murderer, drug dealer who was in jail. And the fact that he was weak, you liked, because you're like, wow, this is what happens. Sometimes these guys just can't fucking hack it.
The Wire also did a really good job, though, of focusing seasons. So, like, you wouldn't sit there, if the season is about the kids, they're not taking away anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like because that's what this season is about.
It was so good.
Yeah.
All those little bastards.
It was a good show.
Yeah, but I mean, the kids, I can't believe I enjoyed. If you told me season 4 would be about the kids, I would have skipped it. And I'm glad I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
It was a good season. Every season was good in that show.
Except for 1, 2, and 3 I didn't like.
1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
How many seasons were there?
5.
That's only 2. You only like 4 and 5?
Yeah.
That's not enough. That's not enough for it to be your favorite show. Oh, my God. Well, as I said, we got a lot of stuff going on. I was sitting there, speaking of TV, I'm watching all this footage of the tree lighting ceremony that happened last night at Rockefeller Plaza. What a fucking... I've always looked at the tree lighting ceremony as like I almost feel sorry for the people that go to it. It's pouring rain.
So stupid.
And there's security everywhere. You can't see anything. And people are still, there's like hundreds, if not thousands of people. I think thousands.
Oh, there's thousands of people there.
Lined up on the sidewalks. It had been raining in New York for 2 days straight. And people still lined up to watch them turn the lights on this tree.
Yeah, I've never gone to a tree lighting. I don't understand the... I didn't even know it happened until you just said that.
You didn't realize?
No, I came across 49th this morning to get here. Sometimes I cut across lower just to avoid fucking Rockefeller Center.
Sure.
But it was a little busier, and there was all these barricades. I'm like, something must be going on. I guess it was from last night.
Yeah, and like I was coming out of the train station this morning, and it's 4 blocks away from Rockefeller Plaza, and there are still barricades set up.
Meaning that coming out of the train last night.
No, this morning.
Oh.
Meaning that the barricades were still set up from last night, and that there were people 4 blocks away just trying to catch a glimpse of this thing. You can see all the footage is terrible because there's rain all over the camera lenses.
Yeah.
It was pouring rain. And these things are never this great memory for anybody.
They stink. The singing's bad. It's fucking pre-recorded.
It's all lip-synced.
Yeah.
Plus, you get to watch the people hosting the thing, and they have this clear, like, drape over them. So they're not getting an ounce of rain on them. They're all dry. And you're sitting there in a fucking terrible poncho that you paid somebody way too much money for. getting wet.
Yeah,
and watching people lip sync.
I mean, look, it's a tradition. I just never got it. I like that they light a tree, but to sit there and watch them do it is so fucking dumb.
And I honestly think that, like,
I want to tip it over so bad.
You do, right? You know what a mess that would be for the city?
Especially if it was on people.
Oh, they would.
Families
hate
were
that.
crushed to death.
It would be called a terrorist attack.
Yeah, if I just push the tree over.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go and try to push it over.
No, yeah, the physics of it. I don't know if you could just do it just by pushing, like just using your body weight to push. I don't know if that would actually be effective, but those memories are never formed either. Like the things where you look back with your family and you think about what a great holiday you had and all that stuff. It's never because you went to something that's a tradition or that you were supposed to do. Like, nobody's going to sit there. Nobody of the thousands of people that were at this tree lighting ceremony is going to think back to themselves, remember when we stood there in the rain and watched them turn the lights on the tree? Remember that? Remember how great that was?
You'll remember other stuff about your New York trip.
Yes.
Where you had dinner.
Yes.
What you did. The great sex you had in the hotel, but you're not going to remember.
No. Oh, you mean with the wife?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
But you're not going to remember. But yeah, you might remember. I don't know. I'm not a family person, so I don't know what fucking family's like. I don't know.
You know, a lot of people don't realize this. I grew up in a family. You never remember the stuff that you're supposed to do. It's always a fucking hassle. And the kids that they drag out to these things, none of them are going to be glad when they got older that they stood in the rain and watched the NBC tree light up.
I don't think so. Unless something amazing happens.
Like what?
I don't know. A fucking tragedy or something crazy or something that stands out.
So if it's going to rain, we can only hope that there's a tragedy so that everybody that's there has something to watch.
Yeah.
We pray for a tragedy. Well, we should take a break because Gary Busey's going to be in here in a little bit, and then we're going to have Jeffrey Dean Morgan in here, and Jim's going to eat his breakfast. You're going to be in Hartford tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow and Saturday, and pardon me, I have New Year's Eve going on sale tomorrow. It's my last gig of the tour. The Tarrytown Music Hall. I think that's in Tarrytown.
That's a good venue. I've seen Rob Bartlett a couple times there.
Have you? Yeah, I've never done it, but I wanted to stay local. I had an offer on
That's on New Year's Eve?
Yeah, it's an 8 o'clock show.
Oh,
so there's time to do what you want.
I might be spending New Year's with Jim Norton.
Nah, it's going to be sold out. Tickets will be on sale tomorrow morning, I think 10 a.m. I won't be here, so hopefully if you can be a pal and mention it. Because I have TV in Hartford.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be sold out. I don't think I can do it.
Wait, no, I didn't mean that.
We should have no trouble selling it out. Yeah, of course I'll mention that.
Thank you, yeah. And Hartford and then Doylestown. I'm so fucking pleased. My opening is coming up well. Everything is good. I feel really delightful.
Everything is coming up roses. Everything is coming up Jimmy.
I feel, well... No.
Not so much.
No. But I do feel great.
Well, good. You keep feeling great.
And again, thank you for that Chip cartoon, that the animation you did on the fucking face. He did a great job, man.
Yeah, we'll tweet it out, but somebody...
so good.
I tweeted out from my personal account this morning, and we're tweeting it out from the show account as well.
He's the same guy that did the Chip robot.
So we have a video on our YouTube page. If you just want to see what it was like in the studio, D-Bag put together a video of us watching the Chip the Dog commercial. And like you can see the video in the corner, and you can see Jim and I reacting to it and all that stuff. But what this other guy did, and you can get that at youtube.com/Jim and Sam Show. But what this other guy did was he actually animated the Chip Dog's face to look like a robot version. At first, when you described it, I thought it was going to be just your face. But this is even better. It's a robot version of Chip's face.
I can't believe he did such a good job. And the mouth glowing.
It's very good with the visual.
You gotta watch it.
And he's got dog ears, robot dog ears.
Hey, have you seen my other slipper?
Where's my fucking dinner?
Have you seen my other slipper?
Yeah, it's in your wife's coda. Rub in my nose with your nose. What are we, Eskimos or something?
Follow command.
Fucking, his name is on
I do tricks.
ISO Big D. I tweeted it last night from my personal account. He's on YouTube, and you can get to his YouTube page by that. Really good job, man. Very, very funny.
I've been loving how creative our listeners are. They've been really taking the ball on that one, and it's been great. It's been great. So keep it up.
I love it. I wonder if there's any more audio for them to do that with. There has to be.
Are there Chip stuff in general?
Or other stuff, whatever stuff they want to do with. But yeah, the Chip stuff is funny.
Yeah.
Because I never thought of doing it exactly like this, but this is kind of inspiring.
Something with the return of Ted Scheckler from, I think it was earlier, from Monday, right?
Yes, and then there's a lot of old Chip audio. I just don't know how much of it I'm allowed to use.
Oh.
I can use this new audio from this show.
Yeah.
I guess some of the old Chip stuff I can, as long as Opie and Anthony aren't on it. And Opie and Anthony didn't say that. They've
Right.
never asked me not to use their audio. I don't know
It's
if
just
they
in the
care.
contracts.
Yeah. I don't know if I would be allowed to, and I don't want to fucking do something and get fucking shit for it.
We officially posted on our YouTube page yesterday my least favorite video that we've posted as a show so far. And we've been on the air for just about 2 months.
Almost 2 months.
And this is by far my least favorite video that we've ever done. How'd you know which one it was, Adrian?
I just had a feeling.
You were able to guess this?
Yeah.
Wow. That has it's 4 minutes.
Chuck and Larry.
The theme song of that was cool. That song.
What?
Don't let me forget that I danced.
Yeah. It was yesterday's big debut. Did you see this, Adrian? It was because you weren't here. It was the big debut.
He'll love it.
You haven't seen this yet? Oh, no.
The entire time we're out there driving around.
Oh, I'd love to know. Yeah, because he debuts. He debuts the new dance that goes along with it.
Oh, really?
And the more aggressive remix.
Middle and end of the song, and he made it up.
What is that from?
No, nothing.
You just made it up?
Yes. It's not from anything.
It's even more offensive.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point, and he's got to. You saw it. If you look forward, he's got to stand to do it. He can't do it in his chair.
I bet, yeah.
Are you proud of this, Jim?
Very.
And she goes,
So contagious.
She goes,
yeah, if you spent the fucking 2 days in a hotel room with a guy.
That's what it was. She heard it in L.A. She was out there. It's a little explanation to exactly what the song is in the video,
I wanted to remember.
in case anybody's unfamiliar.
I danced.
Good.
No, he's standing. This is where he's getting ready for it. Oh boy, is Jim getting ready to show it off? You see how he zipped up his hoodie?
Yeah.
This is what really got me. The fact that he had to prep himself for it. When he started prepping himself, I was so douche chilled out by the whole thing.
No, it was good.
No, it wasn't. You're right. You're right. Just show Nick. I won't look. Just so Nick.
All right. It just happens. It's anger driven. It's like this. It goes like. All right.
I'm already embarrassed for you.
No, don't be embarrassed.
You could see me. I was hiding my face. I couldn't take it. I could not take what was going on in here yesterday morning.
You're gonna put this on Snapchat or something?
No, don't do that.
Okay.
All the kids will be doing it.
It'll be on social media, Snapchat and Instagram, and we'll put a Twitter video up too.
Oh, the
Jim
hood
is,
comes
like,
up? Yeah.
prepping his arm.
It's about style. No, it's really simple.
Oh, he's got his hood up. I can't. Your adorable ear isn't sticking out though. I'm so.
It's not a real
so
dance.
douche chilled out
No,
right
don't be.
now.
Why would you be douche chilled? It's a cool thing.
I'm literally getting chills up my arm. Like it's like I'm getting jitters.
It's only. I guarantee it's gonna be disappointing.
Oh,
it's one
fuck.
thing. It's like this. Don't let me forget that I danced.
Oh, that was fucking.
Fuck you. Even Nick was disgusted by it.
It was like Corey
It's
Feldman.
like this.
He does it
I'll do
again.
it into the camera. Don't let me. Wait, hold on.
Ah!
You ready? Don't let me forget that I danced.
Oh my god.
You see what he does with his face? He puts a tough guy face on.
Yeah.
He looks like Corey Feldman.
Yeah, don't let me forget that I danced in the face and the leg. Come on, that's a great video. Good job.
Oh, it's bad. It's really, really bad. You're proud of that?
Very, as the whole show should be.
I'm sickened by it. What's the Tough Box think of that video?
Oh, hold on, here he comes. Yeah, give the kid.
What he does is he takes when he gets aggressive, he takes a step forward and he points his fingers straight out and he jabs them forward.
And my
Like,
leg. Did you see the leg?
Yeah, I saw
Comment,
it.
Travis.
You leg. You know what?
It's just embarrassing for all of us.
It is, right? This is what's representing the show.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good start. We're
No.
trying to build a brand here.
No. But you know what? For some reason, Travis, you and I may be, and Adrian, I know we, the three of us may not be in touch with our audience. This video has 140 likes and 1 dislike. And I'm pretty sure that was mine.
Oh, all right. Well, then we're one behind.
Okay. Oh, it's gross. It's gross.
Good job, Jimbo.
All right, Jim, you compliment
Good
yourself.
job, Jimbo.
And you enjoy your eggs.
Yeah, I can even do it sitting if you want to. Don't let me forget that I danced.
Oh.
I kicked my leg up. Adrian didn't see it. Hold on, baby boy. Let me show you.
I was wondering why you were pulling your chair up as high as it goes.
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. You ready? Don't let me forget that I danced. You kicked the leg out.
But that time you did it with your fingers instead of your whole hand.
Yeah, because I'm busy.
You just stuck out 2 fingers and your stupid high water came up on your pants.
Yeah. You don't like it?
No.
Don't let me forget that I danced.
Why'd you animate that one?
I did the arms in karate style.
Is that going up on Snapchat and Instagram, Adrian?
Yeah, just don't embarrass me.
Snapchat,
Snapchat,
Instagram stories, the whole deal. Jim and Sam show is the place to get us on social media. And I'm so glad we have somebody like Jim Norton, who is so well versed on what makes a viral video.
Absolutely.
And what garners online attention.
Of course, it's very important.
Yeah, you're really creating quite a stir as far as the Jim Norton and Sam Roberts online audience goes.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Get a viral video. I just set out to create one, and I create one.
Where you kick that foot up in the air, there's not much else you can do.
Absolutely.
That's the only direction it goes into.
Look at
This man's dance will inspire you.
We're tackling that inspirational market. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back. Gary Busey's going to help us out for the rest of the show, I think.
Yeah!
Yeah. As we were just doing a live read for Steven Singer, not Sam Nuts Heckler on Twitter distracted us with a Photoshop of Chip Chipperson on Bobby Budnick's face.
Cooksy Chipperson.
Cooksy. Welcome back. It's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. We patiently await the arrival of our special co-host for the day, Gary Busey, who will be in here momentarily. I'm very excited for that. We'll also have Jeffrey Dean Morgan in a little bit. And we got an update.
I want to retweet this guy.
The guy who did the Cooksy Chipperson Photoshop. Good. You can follow at Jim Norton, at Not Sam, and of course the show account, which is at Jim and Sam Show. We got a couple updates on the stories that we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
First of all, that abducted jogger that we were talking about yesterday morning.
Oh, yeah. They said that it was not good.
That's not an update.
It is.
That is based in the information that we covered yesterday.
Oh, okay.
You remember the woman who was jogging and she got kidnapped, and all she said was that it was 3 Hispanic women, I believe.
I thought 2.
Maybe 2. A group 2, is it?
Yeah.
2. That kidnapped her while she was jogging. Only 2? Well, I can't do just 2, so we'll say 3. They kidnapped her while jogging, and they ended up...
Why do they call it kidnapping? Why don't they call it lady napping?
Because then the lady would be asleep. You get that, Chip?
Travis is in there laughing his balls
I think
off.
the lady would be asleep. Lady napping.
What's that?
Because he said kidnapping, lady napping, because the lady would be asleep, I said. If it was called lady napping. You know, because the ladies...
God damn it.
So...
Fucking, yeah, they really fucked her up, man.
Yeah, so the story is that they kidnapped her while she was jogging. They tortured her for 3 weeks. Apparently, they weren't feeding her very well because when they found her, she was 87 pounds. They cut off a ton of her hair. They were burning her. There were chain marks in her wrists. There was all this stuff going on.
Well, they put a message into her skin, too.
Right, and when they were done with her, they just dumped her on the side of the highway. And so, yeah, that's the update, that they find her now and they're examining her, and there was some kind of message, verbal message, branded into her skin.
Why won't the cops won't say what the message is? Is this about... She did that old Facebook post. Is this somebody who read that and hated her for it, or is this somebody?
That's a stretch.
It is. But this is a weird thing. Like, why do you kidnap a woman, keep her for 3 weeks, burn her, torture her? Did this guy date the sister of one of these girls?
That's more likely.
Is it like somebody who didn't like her at work? Did she get fire somebody and they hired someone to get her? Like, what the fuck?
There's got to be a connection, because you don't kidnap a 34-year-old female stranger just to torture her and then drop her back off.
And I don't even know if they demanded ransom.
No,
they didn't ask for any money. They just wanted to get this lady.
Yeah, no, there was some reason that they did it to her, I would think, because it doesn't make sense otherwise.
So bizarre. And then dropped her off. Like, why don't they kill her?
Right, exactly.
That I don't get. That's why it seems very fishy to me, because she didn't escape. She said they dropped her off.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would they drop you off after letting you see them for 3 weeks? How do you keep... It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And if it were a random person, they would kill them because there's no connection there. The only reason you don't kill them is because there's some kind of connection, and either you have some kind of mercy, or you more likely want the message to get back to somebody, or you want her to remember what happened. Whatever it is, that's done intentionally.
Why'd they throw her out on the side of the road in chains, knowing she would probably be found?
Right, of course she'll be found. Like, they had the opportunity to kill her. They didn't throw her out there thinking she would starve to death on the side of the road. They knew she would be
very,
found.
very bizarre.
Yeah.
2 armed Hispanic women in a dark SUV. I still say there's something very, very fucking fishy about this.
Yeah,
the husband can't get mad that people are calling bullshit on it. It's weird.
There's a lot of questions to be asked.
Yeah.
But it is odd that the cops would come out and announce that there was something either carved or branded into her in terms of a message.
And why not tell us?
Yeah, so why bother saying that there was a message at all? That's like coming up and being like, hey, you know, I know something. Oh, what do you know? I can't tell you. Well, then why'd you tell me that you knew something?
What's the use of hiding the message if it's part of a criminal case? I mean, obviously it will come out.
Yeah.
Or was it racist?
And they're saying that the hair was, even if it was racist, what, like our sensitive ears can't hear it?
Well, you know how they are with fucking...
I do.
You know, all this stuff.
Yeah. It says her hair was chopped off to humiliate her.
You know what? She probably dated. She was a supervisor somewhere, or she worked somewhere, and she got a job ahead of someone. She fired somebody. She got promoted ahead of somebody. She fucked a guy that one of them liked, or something. It's one of those. It's real personal.
And you know, maybe the reason she's being secretive about it, she might have been cheating on her husband or something. You don't know. Maybe there's a reason that she doesn't want.
There you go.
That she doesn't want the motive to be public because it would not. It would hurt her personally.
It would wreck her husband. Yeah, or maybe her husband fucked one of those women. It's some shit.
Yeah. There's either a secret that she's got or a secret that they've got together or whatever it is. And it sucks because I'm sure she was, it seems like, I'm not going to say I'm sure, I'm not sure about anything, but it seems like she was absolutely the victim of something. You know what I mean? Like she got the shit kicked out of her, for
Sherry
sure.
Papini.
Wait. What's her name?
Sherry Papini.
I don't know if she's that, she doesn't appear to be that ethnic. I don't know if you would have to say it like that.
Yeah.
I don't think she's from Italy. I think she's got Italian roots, but I don't think she's from Italy. You know?
Yeah, poor Kalia. She was allegedly tortured for 3 grueling weeks. And her captors eventually let her go because the chain she was wearing made her look like an escaped inmate. That's why maybe they let her go because they were afraid they were going to get caught with her. Maybe they were moving around.
What? I mean, they could have just killed her if they thought they were going to get caught
exactly.
with her. Right.
That's
they were done with her,
although
for sure.
murder is a much worse charge. Although this you go to jail for 25 years for anyway.
It's
Kidnapping
not that
for
much
3 weeks.
worse, yeah.
Yeah, Sherry Papini got away.
It's not how you would.
It is.
It's just Papini. I think.
No, it's not.
You just say Papini.
Well, you have no flair for the
for the what?
For foreign languages.
Oh, I see.
I have a flair.
I see. You seem like you have a flair.
Papini.
Yes, you had one shoved up your asshole last night.
That wasn't a flare.
It was a road flare.
It looked like one.
Oh, I just saw the bottom of it.
People aren't stopping because I have a chain. Oh, it looks like I'm at a. Okay.
Let's go to John in Northern California. What's up, John?
Hey, her husband is the one who released the fact that she was branded. The cops didn't want him to release that, but he was trying to defend her because of all the social
I
bullying.
see. So then they go
to it was fake, and they wanted to do a book.
They go to the cops, and they go. Now the press goes to the cops. Hey, we heard she was branded. What did it say? They're like, we're not talking about that.
Wait, who wants to do a book?
Well, that's the theory that the woman wants to do a book.
That it was all about a book deal.
You know, I wondered that. That's the first thing I thought. It just seems too weird.
It does. It seems weird, but I don't think that because there are medical records and police records. Like I think that
again, if it's fake
but I think when the cops are specifically saying it's not fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there's a reason that it happened that we don't know about.
So I guess when he released his statement a couple days ago to Good Morning America,
yes,
and he mentioned the branding,
yes,
the cops didn't know that he was going to mention that.
Well, branding's very important.
That's not the same kind of
Yeah,
branding.
it was weird. Did she have faction talk on her leg?
No, and she also wasn't doing a stupid dance.
Oh. How could I forget that I danced? They wrote it on me.
Yeah, maybe that was the message.
Don't forget to dance. What were you saying?
Like Memento. It's like, what'd you call him?
Travis Dog.
Travis Dog?
Travis Dog. TD.
TD.
Travis Dog?
It's not going to take off, don't worry.
No.
Travis Dog.
So that's
we
why
got
the
our
cops
producer, the Travis Dog.
Oh, I like
That's
that.
cool, right?
I love that.
Hey, we got any comments coming from the Dog Pound, from the Travis Dog?
You're both idiots.
Hey, what's D-Bag doing there in the Dog Pound with the Travis Dog? That's so cool.
I don't do a good dog.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. What'd he say?
Gary's here.
Oh, they let the Dog Pound
Shit,
know,
dude.
huh? Gary's here. Let the Dog Pound know.
So what were you saying?
That's why the cops said, we're not going to comment on that because they didn't plan on releasing that information.
Why wouldn't they? Why is
to
it a secret?
I don't know. I'm not an investigator.
It's an ongoing investigation,
Yeah, there's tons
Jim.
of stuff that they decide to talk about and not decide to talk about.
I know, but why not the branding?
It's sensitive information.
I wonder what it said on it.
It said this.
Oh, dog pound.
Yeah, it's just another fan of the Travis dog.
Can you imagine if it said Teft? How happy that would make all of us.
Oh my God.
It's just viral marketing for the show.
Yeah.
We would start a GoFundMe to defend these women.
I'd pay her.
Kidnap her.
I'd sell my apartment to fucking defend her.
You would?
Yeah.
You'd try to keep these Hispanic women out of jail.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
They just thought that Teft wasn't getting the respect that he deserved because of women like this.
You see, I don't know how he got the shirt. You must have given it to him. Because you remember they sent a couple of shirts that said Teft on them? Somebody got their hands on one and was doing stand-up comedy wearing a Teft shirt.
Were they really?
I saw it on Twitter.
Oh, no, you can buy them on Amazon.
Can you?
I mean, it has,
casual
it has nothing to do
here.
with us, but...
Teft has nothing to do with us.
No, but I
wish.
The selling of them has nothing to do
What do you mean you can buy them on Amazon?
Yeah.
That's our shirts.
Where's our piece of the pie?
Oh, no.
What do you think we should get?
How about a little cake for the chipper?
Yeah, they should
How about some cake for the chipper?
Stop saying that. They shouldn't be selling those on Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, it's the guy who...
let him.
Jim and I should split large percentages and give a small amount to Travis.
What is his last name?
Right, that's why he gets a very small amount.
If I thought he was selling more than like 2, I would be concerned.
This is the shirt.
It's a family thing. Teft, you wouldn't understand.
Oh,
yeah.
Adrian, I wish you'd showed me this off the air because somebody just found a little Christmas present for someone else. It's a T-shirt that says, "It's a family thing. You wouldn't understand," and it says Teft on it.
To my mom.
Yeah, exactly. It'll just say Travis's mom on an envelope, and you'll just hope it gets to her.
Yeah, let's say mailing a letter to Santa or letting something go. You write a letter, then you burn it.
Right. You're just going to shove it into a glass bottle and throw it in the ocean and hope that it lands on the beach that she's at. Sean in Denver. What's going on, pal?
Rob, hold on. Hey, guys. Good morning. How's it going?
Good.
Hey, I got a quick theory. I don't know exactly when she was kidnapped, but was it after the election? Because with the Hispanic woman, maybe it was Brandon has some kind of anti-Trump thing, and maybe they don't want to release it for copycats or something like that.
I mean, it's...
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
It's not a bad point.
You know what? Maybe she was a big Trump person or whatever. Yeah, and who knows?
It could be, but there's definitely a personal connection. It's not random. Is our co-host here? Our co-host has arrived. You're late.
Good.
Our co-host is here.
No, he's only 3 minutes late. There's probably the elevators.
Jim and Sam show.
Well, no, it's Jim and Sam and Gary.
Yes.
Well, okay.
Gary Busey is here. Welcome back.
Hey, it's good to be back. But how early do you guys get up, or do you even sleep?
We start at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We used to start earlier, actually, so this is kind of nice that we're not starting as early as we used to.
I'm up at 5:30, and then I think Jim's up around, what, 7?
A very low chair.
Yeah, someone raised Mr. Busey's chair.
Let's get the throne up a little higher.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Are you not an early riser guy? That's okay.
Back up.
He just...
Gary coughed up a little on D-bag.
Attaboy.
D-bag, the chair is still low.
My mucus is invisible.
Oh, Gary, you need to stand up to get the chair up.
Okay.
All right?
We're going to raise Gary's chair to get him all situated here.
Yeah, we're going to get that chair up.
We asked him to do that before you got it. What are you doing? You're panicking. D-bag's panicking.
By the way, he kicked the chair directly into D-bag.
Raise it up.
All the way?
Yeah, higher.
There it is.
Okay, that's
Let's get him up nice and high.
Now hold some...
Where Gary deserves to be.
Okay,
Welcome back.
Oh, that's good.
Gary Busey, you're not
Good
an early...
morning, New York City.
That's
this is
right.
Gary Busey on the air with Norton and Robert.
That's right. You're not an early morning guy? You don't like waking up early?
I get up whenever I'm supposed to.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, there's times you got to get up at 4 a.m.
Right, for shooting or whatever.
No, for throwing your paper out.
Is that right?
Yeah, well, yeah. I remember when rock and roll music started, I was in the 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I helped Bernie Tibbs, a friend of mine, throw his paper out. And when we had Great Balls of Fire on the transistor radio, we threw the paper out. We were through in about 20 minutes, which usually takes about 40 minutes.
Oh, I see.
It moved you faster.
Yeah.
Because you were just going around. Yeah, I get it. You were feeling the music.
Well, the music was feeling us.
Yes.
We were moving through it. Hang on.
Get it all out of you, dude.
All right, cougher.
Yeah, he's got to clear his throat out.
It is early.
It is early.
I do a lot of throat clearing, too. The caffeine makes me do it. Coffee.
Does it?
Yeah.
Got to clear the throat out.
Caffeine does nothing to me.
It doesn't? It doesn't get you good and ready?
No, it's like a transparent fish.
Right. Transparent fish. It might as well not even be there.
Ah.
We got a little inhaler action.
Yeah.
Yep, getting everything under control.
I'm ready to go now.
No.
Now,
are you asthmatic?
What?
You have asthma, or is that something you got?
You're talking so fast.
I know. I can't help it.
What happened?
I always do in the morning. I pep up. I have a cup of coffee, and then I'm just off.
He says I make him nervous.
Yeah. I don't know what gender he is.
You guys are funny sometimes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. This is great. Okay, we're here, and I've got to tell you that I'm having the best time in my life in the entertainment business by doing a play called Perfect Crime.
It's only on until Sunday, right?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Yes, please.
No, you're right.
When you interrupt, you look stupid.
He does. I tell him it all the time.
Right. I don't want to
No,
keep
you
doing
don't
that.
look stupid. You look great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
And the play is a wonderful play, and it's a Guinness Book of Records play. It's been running for 30 years.
Right.
And the actress Catherine Russell has been doing it for 30 years.
Right.
And I'm playing a part of Lionel. Who's a very complex, funny, obtuse, not quite together, discombobulated person. And it's so much fun to do, and it's so much fun to play for the audience in there. Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
It's okay.
Early in the morning from Ashley.
If you need to spit something up, D-Bag will come in and cup his hands for you.
Yeah, you spit right into his hands. We'll bring him over for you.
Actually, the time for me right now is 4:30 a.m. because I'm still on Malibu time, California time.
Well, then it'll be
right now
5 hours difference?
6:30.
No, I'm sitting here 3 hours difference. I'm sitting here 3 hours younger than you guys.
You are. But
It's a great feeling, too.
Yeah.
Is
You
it
look good.
I don't know if 4 and 9 is 3 is the difference.
No, it'll be 6:30.
Right.
Anyway, whatever you guys are adding up, it matters not.
Good point.
I want to know how you can be happy coming here every day and doing this.
Well, I got to spend my time with Jim Norton. How
Absolutely.
could you
We
not
like
be
each
happy?
other.
Are you blaming on each other?
Yeah.
That's right.
You know what that's called?
What?
Gender-related stress response.
What? How so?
That's it. It just is.
As men, or I don't know, or is it gender
As a man, and
Well, actually, you're both feminine and masculine.
that's a good point.
How so?
I agree.
We all have a femininity about us that's very precious and detailed. And we have the masculinity about us,
Right.
which means we can hold a pneumatic hammer 3 feet off the ground and drive holes in a wall and take the wall down.
But what is your femininity? I can't see any femininity in you.
Mm-mm.
What's your feminine
You
side?
should see my underwear.
Love to.
Don't tell Stephanie, my sweetheart wife.
Go ahead.
No, so she's probably seen it.
She owns it. She sees it. Yeah, it's fun wearing that.
Have you ever worn women's underwear? I have.
Yeah, I just told you, Stephanie. Stephanie's underwear is so small.
It is?
And I'm not going to tell you what it looked like. You're going to have to use your imagination. And I please ask you not to let your imagination get out of control.
What's the attraction to that, to wearing women's underwear? Is it because it's so small, it makes you feel more like a man, the bulge is more pronounced?
No, that's your interpretation.
Yes.
And that's okay with me.
Okay, good.
Women's underwear has a softness and a finite texture to the cloth.
I see.
And it's fun. I mean, you actually feel like you're more well endowed than you could ever be wearing women's underwear.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
So you
'cause
get you, at the same time, you're in touch with your femininity and your masculinity.
Well, your apparatus can look like a grapefruit sticking in those panties.
Right.
Yeah, there is something. Ed Wood would wear them, but he said it just made him feel closer to women. Like he wasn't gay. He just liked to wear them because he felt closer to women when he wore their clothes.
Is that Johnny Depp's Ed Wood?
The real Ed Wood, yeah. But he would dress like a
Plan
woman.
9 from outer space.
Yeah. So you wear the
And my
panties.
good buddy Martin Landau won an Oscar for playing Bela Lugosi.
Yeah, he's great.
Yes, he did.
Martin's incredible.
Is this the first woman that you've worn her underwear? Is it a habit or a
Yeah,
hobby
and how
of
do you
yours?
let them know you want to wear their? How do you break
don't.
that?
You don't. You just get in and get it and put it on your pants before they know it, and there you are. You're saddled up to walk like a woman.
So you're wearing their underwear. Do they ever find out, or do you ever tell them? Or is there ever a moment where you're like, "Look, this is what I enjoy"?
Oh, no, they the only way they can tell if I've worn their underwear is to smell them. Smell their underwear.
It's never good
this
news.
smells like a rodeo rider. I must say that my soulmate Stephanie and my son, 6 years old Luke, are the source of support that I have received as a blessing and a miracle.
Yeah?
Because they're just so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
And everybody should not look for somebody to fall in love with, but let the love fall in love with you.
Is that what happened to you? Yeah.
Yeah. it
Where'd you
did.
meet her?
I met her at a beauty supply store her mother owned that she worked in Malibu.
What were you doing there?
I went in there to have a lunch with a lady friend of mine named Terry Holbrook. And I looked over the counter, and there was Stephanie. And I did a double take, walked over, and she had a card on the counter that says Certified Hypnotherapist. And I'm very interested in the mind and the brain since my activity with minds and brains. And we met, and we've been together 8 years.
Oh, wow. So you went in there for a consultation, or you wanted her to hypnotize you?
No, I went in there to have lunch with Terry.
No, I mean, once you got her card, did you say, hey, look, I would like to consult you to help me be hypnotized?
I invited her over to my house, and she thought she was coming to do a hypnotherapist. And I said, no, I just want to meet you. I'd like to know you more, and I'd like for you to know me better.
That's the advantage of being Gary Busey.
It's very simple. When you want to meet opposite sex, you must go very gentle and appear to be not available for a relationship and just be interested in the other person as deep as you can and make the other person feel good about themselves because you feel good about letting them know you feel good about them.
But how do you make them feel? Sorry, Sam. How do you make her feel good about herself?
I love the way when you guys just jump in there together. It's like a Scrabble version of a question.
Well, we both get so excited.
Yeah, because you said something that was very interesting. So how do you let her know you're interested in her? You just compliment her, or how do you let her know?
Well, complimentation is very good.
Is that a word?
And you can do it. It is now. And you can do it by just talking so sweetly to her and to him, whatever your preference is. And you'll see things, feel things in another person that makes you feel good about yourself. And you take that and turn it around and tell that other person what they're doing to make you feel good about themselves. And you don't do it like a preacher or blatantly or, you feel good today. You don't do that. You just let it be in your eyes. That, for instance, simple. I'm putting a book together called Buseyisms, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. And if you take basic instructions before leaving Earth, the first letter of those words, that says Bible.
Basic instructions before... Yeah, it does. That's a coincidence.
Yeah.
And
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Buseyism, I take these words, there's a greater way to find the definition of the deepness of the word.
Right.
By taking the letters to spell it and creating another definition. Chaos.
Right.
CHAOS. That stands for critical hate and overwhelming stupidity.
Oh. How long does it take you to come up with a Buseyism? You sit there with a notepad being like, here's some good words.
I sat there with a notepad writing things about my past that betrayed me, I felt bad about. I just couldn't get over the loss. And I realized, what are you doing? I had these journals around here, I'm writing in. You're talking about the past. Where are you right now? And I said, now.
The
I'm
present.
now.
The present.
So NOW stands for no other way.
Oh.
That's what now stands for.
So what was the thing that you said, things that betrayed you? What was the thing that betrayed you that you're like, that kind of made you start thinking this way?
It was a past relationship.
Oh, these hoes ain't loyal, Gary.
Here's the Buseyism for relationship.
Right.
Really exciting love affair turns into overwhelming nightmare. Sobriety hangs in peril.
Oh, because you might start drinking because this chick is
they went
nuts.
down the toilet.
Yeah,
No,
I
you
get
don't.
that.
Lose the word might. You will stop drinking because alcohol is a distractor from the truth.
I see.
I don't drink.
You don't drink.
I use no drugs.
Ever?
No, not ever, but I'm clean for 25 years.
That's incredible.
From the drug of choice I had, which was cocaine.
Yeah. Cocaine's a fun drug, though, when you can control it. Isn't it? Or
There's no way to control that stuff.
Really?
Not for me.
I see.
And people who do are probably dealers, but I don't get near it.
When you were doing it, you were obviously working. So would you get to the set early, and would you work all coked up, or would you wait till after the day's work was done?
I don't remember.
Oh, that's probably
You're doing it that much?
Yeah.
Huh?
You're doing that much that you don't even remember what was going on?
No, you don't have to remember what you don't want to remember, dummy.
Oh, I mean, you could have phrased that a little more politely, but
as a matter of fact, Sam.
Yes,
it's good to forget what's not really there for you to move on in a positive way.
But what about learning from your mistakes? If you forget them, have you learned from them?
A mistake is a gift.
Right.
Because when you make a mistake, you say, "Thank you, I'm not doing that again."
So is there this Gary Busey that existed before this? You're a more evolved Gary Busey. We're getting to know the best and the truest Gary Busey. But was there maybe 30 years ago a Gary Busey that was running around in women's panties all coked up all the time? Because that guy sounds like a party.
That's when I was 52. No, that wasn't happening.
That wasn't happening.
No. I've been around the sun 72 times.
What?
Yeah.
How'd you get up there?
I don't get up there. I'm here. This planet seems to whip around the sun every 365 days.
Oh, that's a way of saying that's how old you are.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's my dog. That's my dog. I left him at the door.
Oh, I see.
How old were you the first time you put on panties?
You mean women's panties?
Sure.
That's it. Or how many rotations around the sun?
Yeah, exactly. What trip around the sun was it before you threw a pair of those on?
That's not necessary in this question.
Fair enough.
And the fact is, I don't remember.
Okay.
Right.
Did you wear other stuff with them too? Thigh highs or bras, or was it only strictly that, or did you try other stuff?
You are something else, buddy.
Well,
it's a good question.
It's a good question.
Who prepares you before you get here?
Well, that one is just kind of
life experience.
Yeah, life experience.
You know,
it's a nature versus nurture question.
I'm sitting here with Jim and Sam, and I asked Jim a question, and he looks at Sam for the answer. This is a co-op situation. Like
we're soul partners.
No,
we are.
You know what you are?
What?
You're two advanced clowns.
That's fair.
But advanced clown, that's fine.
That's great. That's the best place.
What is an advanced clown?
Well, hold on. I want to hear the answer to the thigh high question because I
that's
have
coming.
I mean, I'm not prepared, but I do want to know that if you've ever done that, or is it just the one thing that you like, or do you wear the other stuff?
No,
too?
I just put on panties for about 3 minutes and walked around, looked at myself, and took them off quicker than I put them on.
They do feel silly. I've worn them, but it's like it feels silly, but it doesn't. It just feels
But you've never spent? Have you spent the day in them?
No, not the day, but they're a little uncomfortable.
You ever wear a bra?
No.
But thigh highs?
Yes.
Oh.
You know, talking about wearing women's clothes is giving a new light on your personalities. Not mine, because you guys are talking about thigh highs and bras.
Sure.
You haven't talked about a garter belt yet. And I think you would look fantastic in a garter
Thank you very much, Gary. I appreciate
I'm
it.
talking to Jim Norton.
Yeah, not you. You would look very spindly. I have good calves, good legs.
Yeah, my legs aren't built for it.
You guys should wear women's lingerie in here.
Both of them? Not me. I'm more of a masculine.
No, both of you. And then take off your clothes while you're doing the show.
You think so?
And then tell the people that are listening to you what you're wearing and have them call in and vote for who's the best.
Right.
And whoever is the best gets an award from me.
It could be a fun Twitter poll. Would you come in and give somebody a trophy for whoever looks the best in lingerie?
There's not a trophy. It's more like a pink belly.
That would be a great show, though. We wear women's lingerie.
Look at there.
Co-host
We have
with
it
Gary.
now.
Yeah.
No, I never wore a garter.
That looks. Who's that?
That's me, Gary.
Is that Sam?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
That's my whole midsection, everything. I work out a lot.
Yeah, the garter seems too much. The thigh high, I mean, like the buttoning
Does
and
it
all
seem
that.
silly to you?
It's silly. It seems like a lot of work, and it would probably drive me nuts. I don't like stockings on my legs. They itch.
Well, I dressed up like a woman in a couple of movies, and one was Under Siege when I decided to kill the captain in drag.
Right.
And it's hard being a woman, man. You're putting all that stuff on.
Yeah, you got to get yourself ready.
I had a 44 double D stuffed bra. I had a pleated skirt that went down to my knee. I had a nylon shirt, blue and white stripes that went down to my biceps, and a wig.
You were an attractive woman, I got to tell you.
There I am.
Yeah, you look like a wild girl.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Where do you guys get these?
Internet.
I think it's great. Gary Busey to be on Dancing with the... Yeah.
Yeah, but why would they use that photo of you to promote the fact that you're going to be on Dancing with the Stars? Like you're dressed in drag. That's not.
Yeah, that's not the most complimentary photo.
There's my good buddy there, like brothers from the same cut of leather, Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh.
Do you guys hang out still?
Fantastic. Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Great time.
He seems like a fun guy, Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, he really does.
Like, he seems like a real down-to-earth dude.
Very, very smart, intelligent.
Well, he was Al Gore's roommate in, where'd they go to Harvard, or where they went to college? Yeah, he's obviously a smart guy.
That's impressive.
I wonder what he made.
Are you guys in here having fun? You're on your phone.
Yeah, but I'm watching.
It's just one guy.
That's Gary's publicist?
Yeah.
A publicist?
And my best friend.
He was. He was looking. I saw him when Adrian.
Mr. Dan, we call him.
When Adrian pulled up the photo of the man in the garter belt, Mr. Dan, he smiled. He reacted.
Dan
He's in
perked
this
up.
thing.
He
He's in it to
understood.
win it.
Well,
yeah.
how could you not react by seeing that?
That's right.
Gender-related stress response.
What? Tell me more about gender-related stress response.
It's when you're not a woman, but you're trying to sound like a woman, be like a woman, feel like a woman, do like a woman.
I don't suffer from that.
No, you don't suffer.
Right?
No, we do.
No, you suffer visually.
What do you mean?
Look at you. Yeah. You guys need to take pictures of yourself and put it on TV so they can see who I'm talking to.
Well, what do you think?
About what?
The way we look. What we're talking about.
You look perfect. You look the way you are.
Thank you.
You look the way your parents prepared you
That's
with
right.
the sperm and the egg.
That's right.
I'm a little
Isn't it
insecure.
good?
I'm insecure about my looks.
You what?
I'm insecure about my looks.
You should be. No, you shouldn't be insecure. If you're going to be insecure about your looks, you should go to Times Square and put a huge piece of condom on your head. and you can go around to people saying, how about a little head? You know, and that'll work for you. You'll probably make $25.
That's good. That's more than you make in radio.
So you're not insecure about anything. You're just
No, I'm
comfortable?
not insecure. I have no fear, no doubt, no chaos, no hate, no fraud. The word fraud, F-R-A-U-D, that stands for finding relevant answers under deception.
Now, all that stuff. When you had no more fear, no more any of this stuff, was that related to your? That's the Travis dog.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, that's Travis.
You look very lonely.
No, I'm good. I have a friend in here with
No,
me.
you don't.
Who's your friend?
Your coworker.
Who's your coworker?
D-Bag.
D-Bag's in there with Travis dog.
D-Bag.
It's not Travis dog. I don't know why we're doing that.
Yeah, D-Bag's in there with him.
There's D-Bag.
Oh, hey!
The one you coughed on.
D-Bag's the guy you coughed on.
I think you have triplets. You're a triplet. You're three of you running around here.
No, he's just a chubbier guy.
Someone else just entered.
That's Troy.
Hi, Troy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Troy does not want you to think. If Troy and D-Bag are twins or triplets, it's like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger twins. It's not like identical twins.
That works perfectly for me.
Yeah, I think so too. So you were talking before.
Everything works perfectly.
Everything?
Yeah.
I want to know when you stop being afraid of everything.
Yeah.
When did that go away?
Did that have to do with your brain injury, or was that a psychological choice that you made?
Well, it's funny you say brain injury. It was a traumatic brain injury.
Right.
And I hit the curb off a Harley Davidson without a helmet and split my skull to the top, knocked a hole in my skull the size of a 50-cent piece.
Jeez.
And I left my body and went to the other side.
How was it there?
It's like explaining an orgasm to a 10-year-old.
Which is illegal.
Nothing is illegal.
Oh.
Nothing is illegal on the other side. But you feel nothing but trust, love, and security. And I was talked to with an androgynous voice.
Right.
From an angel, abalone, mother of pearl color.
Sure.
And told me what I was doing was good, but I had to look for help in the spiritual realm for the responsibility I had to mankind.
I got to tell you, I believe you? Because I've heard you tell this story before, and it never changes. That's how you know it's a true story.
Yeah, it's consistent.
The little details don't change. It's consistent.
You don't lie about that.
No.
So how long were you laid up before they realized you were going to be okay? Because traumatic brain injury, sometimes people just go in and they just never get better.
Yeah, I was very fortunate with miracles. I had angels and spiritual guides with me, taking care of me. And I see the words up there, under siege. I was under siege in the brain area. But I accomplished the healing because of my faith and the power around me that's invisible and spiritual.
Did you have faith before that, or did it come because of this?
Well, I had it before it. My mother and dad took me to church every day from third grade on, wearing a white shirt and a real thin black tie, and I didn't like it. Then I joined the children's church groups and went to Camp Christian and had a lot of fun. Cairo. It was great. It was a great foundation for everybody to have a spiritual feeling and understand it, especially the children.
Well, when you get to Hollywood, I mean, it's not the most spiritual place, right? So you have this upbringing where you have like the spiritual background, and then you get to Hollywood where there's all this stuff available.
Well, you're looking at the propaganda of the press.
Right.
Which is BS.
Yes.
Yeah?
And I got there. I studied with James Best. God bless you, James Best. Camera technique and film awareness for 3 years. And I had a background of theatrical art.
You got distracted. Travis.
Who are those people?
Well, we got to actually take a break because Negan's coming up.
It's the same people.
Yeah. Do you actually? We don't even need to take a break. We can bring him in when he gets here.
Yeah.
Who's
Just
coming
bring him
up?
right in.
We have a guest that you're going to help us interview.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan from The Walking Dead. He plays Negan.
I never heard of him.
well,
please tell him that as soon as he walks in.
There's Jimmy Best right there. Right there in the middle.
Jim, you know why
He
Gary
played
Busey.
Roscoe P. Coltrane on Dukes of Hazzard.
You know why he did so well when he was in the hospital?
Why?
He had angels on his side.
Oh, that's a good song.
Yeah.
Have you heard this song, Gary? This is Rick
What?
Astley's
Rick
song.
Astley's new song, Angels
on My Side.
Rick Astley.
You know, the Rickroll guy. Rick Astley?
Never heard of him.
You've heard his song before. You've heard him before.
Never Gonna Give You Up?
It's my hero, my mentor.
Now he helped train you.
Oh, yeah.
So, but there is, it's not just press propaganda like Hollywood. You have, it's like the sex all you want, the drugs, everything's available there.
It's the media.
But you had access to it, right?
Huh?
You had access to all that stuff.
Access to what?
The drugs and all that stuff.
Do you know we all have access to anything we want at all times?
You do, but it's
the
a little...
human animal is the only animal that has free choice and free will.
Right.
Oh, good. I get to make a choice. Well, watch out for those choices you make.
Because there's consequences.
There's consequences when you choose your behavior.
Right. And there's certain jobs it's more acceptable in. If you're an actor, you could probably get away with a lot more than if you're a trial attorney.
No.
It's more acceptable to get high.
No.
No, Jim. That's not true.
I think so.
Not really.
How would you like to live in Consequences, New Mexico?
Truth or consequences?
I probably wouldn't like it.
You probably fit in there. You'd probably be the mayor.
Why? Bunch of handsome people
Because you
with
live
big
on
penises.
consequences. You're always looking at Sam and not to me.
I do look to you, but I look to Sam. I look at both.
You're so
I get it.
frightened.
No, I enjoy you.
No,
but I
you're
have to look at
scared.
Sam.
You enjoy me.
You know what?
Looking at you.
You know what?
Whoa!
Hey, D-bag! Hey, D-bag's here.
Your tea bag?
No, that's his favorite
Do you
activity.
carry tea bags in
his
your
hobby.
underwear?
Sometimes.
What?
Boy.
No, I think what you're saying is the consequences thing and people's choices and everything. A lot of people, Gary, they don't have to, but they live by this philosophy of more think, less do, when it should be more do, less think. Isn't that right?
You're talking about yourself.
That's right.
Well, which one am I?
You're whatever you want to be, but right now you're not thinking at all. You're just doing.
And that's the way to be.
And what you're doing is purely wonderful.
Thank you.
Or else you wouldn't be here on this show with a sperm farmer sitting to my left.
Thank you.
You are correct.
He is a sperm farmer.
Yes, I am.
He is. I need a man of many talents.
How's your sperm count doing?
I've never actually counted, but I do shoot a lot.
Yeah,
of cum.
there seems to be a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Well, you got to get a really high defined microscope.
It's enough to
And
gargle.
watch those little dudes down there swimming because they're fast.
I don't want to know though because I've got no kids.
See, that's part of you.
Why?
You don't want to know because of your fear. FEAR stands for false evidence appearing real.
I thought it was fuck everything and run.
There's nothing. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Right.
No, but it's not his fear.
You
It's
talk so fast.
I do.
You know why?
Why?
You're ashamed of your breath.
I'm what?
Your breath. You're ashamed
Oh
of
my
it.
God, he picked that. Let me tell you something, Gary Busey.
Okay, we hit a nerve.
I think you might be right. You know why?
Oh, I am right.
Because that's one of Jim's pet peeves is other people's bad breath. He talks about it a
but
lot.
that's not why I talk fast. I'm not
No
self-conscious. Yeah, but that's not why I talk fast.
He
I just
doesn't
talk
like
fast.
bad breath. He doesn't like it,
You
Gary.
talk fast because you're afraid to be wrong. But if you're not afraid to be wrong, you won't be wrong.
But it's not a fear of being wrong.
You don't need to be afraid of anything. Fear is of a different reality.
Gary.
Yeah, he's perfect.
I don't feel afraid at all. I feel pretty comfortable.
He's belching.
Yeah, no, I just talk very quickly.
How you doing, Dan?
He's talking to Dan.
Mr. Dan over there.
Doing great.
No, but
I ordered
fear,
breakfast 3 hours ago. What's
You did?
happening? I ordered a bacon roll with eggs and something on it that runs.
Aren't you worried about your run? Nobody should run because they shouldn't be afraid, right?
Well, sometimes you run when you have to catch the bus.
Good point. Good
Sometimes
point.
you run when you're late for a date.
Right. Just because you shouldn't be afraid, but you also shouldn't be late. Am I right?
What?
Timeliness is what I'm saying.
Yeah, the rabbit.
Right.
I'm late.
Yeah,
For very important
exactly.
dates. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. Ow, yow.
Exactly.
You should hang out with rabbits.
Yeah, you should, dude.
Why?
You have one?
The follow up for that.
You have a rabbit?
No, I do like them though. I would love to pet a rabbit.
They're fun to pet and watch.
Do you have rabbits, Gary?
I have one in my pants right now.
Is it hopping?
It's a little bunny.
Little fuzzy bunny.
Okay, here comes somebody.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, are we?
We'll bring him right in.
Oh no,
Okay.
it's just a photographer right
Where's
now.
he going to sit, Jeffrey?
These people look
Maybe
like
right
they
there,
have
or-
no idea where they are or what they're doing, but that's part of the game here.
This is our crew.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of minds to make this thing work as
He's
well
a
as you see it.
photographer
Gary
we don't
Busey.
know. Hi, sir.
Hey.
You know
And,
Gary Busey? He knows. Gary doesn't know you.
Is your name Queen?
No, it's the name of a musical group.
Yes.
The lead singer's long since passed away.
I know, he's incredible.
He was
Freddie.
great, wasn't he? He was really good.
One of the most notable musical performances from a singer I've ever seen is when Freddie Mercury had on a tuxedo toward the end of his tour in life. And he...
Come on in and join us. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is here.
Wait.
No,
Let
you
me
can keep
finish.
going. I wanted
Let
to
me
introduce...
finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
I apologize. He just interrupted Gary.
And
it's Jeffrey...
Sorry.
Hey,
Sorry, everybody.
Gary Busey just
You're
slapped
not
Jeffrey
Glad I rushed over.
Dean Morgan.
Oh, no.
Mike, we can give it back to him.
him.
We can give it back to
Let
him.
Gary get it. He's helpful. Gary's helpful.
No, yeah, he's me.
Oh, yeah. Leave it there. All you have to do is yell.
Talking.
Anyway, what I'm saying was Freddie Mercury did a performance of a song called "The Great Pretender."
Right. There he is. There he is. Offer the mic back. Make friends again. It's not a polite way to welcome.
Nobody's not friends here.
Good.
If you think that, you need to see Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil.
Yeah, he's good, that guy.
Yeah,
You think
he
so?
Gets to the
helps
bottom of
Sam.
everything. Yeah.
Look, do you know?
He would help you with your clothing design.
Why would I need Jeffrey Dean Morgan is here, and I'm excited.
He's on the biggest show on television.
Yes.
Hey, Gary,
Not only
how
is
are
he
you?
on the biggest show
Good,
on
buddy.
television, but he's arguably the biggest character on the biggest show on television right now.
What is the biggest show on television?
I think the show they're referring to is The Walking Dead.
Have you heard of The Walking Dead, Gary? It's huge. You gotta keep up with what's going on.
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead is a massive show. And
I have been to the other side twice.
Right.
There's no such thing as death. In fact, I'll take the letters that spell death
right.
and create a definition for it. Because I've been the other side twice. Death, D-E-A-T-H, stands for don't expect a tragedy here.
Maybe.
I think we could rename the show.
Yeah. You know the problem is
Don't expect a tragedy here.
I feel like
No, there's no
that
problem.
That
Just
would work.
a problem is an opportunity in disguise.
and that's what Jeffrey D. Morgan saw.
Right
He goes,
now, Jeffrey is thinking of Can't Understand Negan Time.
Oh.
That's a good definition.
I wish I was this quick early in the morning.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Seattle.
Oh, I love that place.
Yeah, it's a great town.
Oh, man. It's lovely.
And where about you? Where did you grow up?
I was born in Goose Creek, Texas, 11:50 a.m., June 29th, 1944. Goose Creek is now Baytown. It's down 30 miles east of Houston. It's on Black Duck Bay, not far from Anahuac, and next to the Houston Ship Channel.
Can I just say that Buddy Holly was one of my favorite performances ever by any human being?
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Absolutely brilliant.
Did you ever see Carney? That's another one of my favorites.
I feel like I was chosen by Buddy's spirit to play him.
Yeah.
And when I sang, I realized months after the movie, I was channeling his voice, his spirit.
You think so?
I believe that you were.
Man, I was.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I didn't know at the time. Every scene in that movie was one take.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It was an amazing performance.
Jeffrey, do you prefer playing a real person like that, like a Buddy Holly or somebody that you can, there's all this tape and you can base the performance on?
I think there's a lot more pressure to play a real person.
If you think about it that way, but I thought when they gave me the permanent and dyed my hair black and gave me those clothes, I couldn't find Gary Busey in the mirror.
Yeah.
And I went, well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. And it wasn't me singing, it was Buddy, because I was playing the part of Buddy. In fact, Buddy was playing the part of me.
Right. That's fucking heavy.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy, especially this early, right?
Awesome. Yeah.
Well, there's so many reference points to say if you get it right or if you get it wrong. So there's a lot. I think there's a lot of pressure for
and
that.
you could say the same thing though about the Negan character because this is a character that like people who are familiar with the Walking Dead comics, and there's a lot of them, were so excited about coming to the show that you've got a lot on your shoulders to live up to.
I guess to a certain extent, although, I'm playing a character that was created 5 years ago in the mind of Robert Kirkman. So it's probably a little bit different than playing, an icon.
Actual Buddy Holly.
As Buddy Holly, yeah.
Have you ever been dead?
Have you ever been dead? In real life? Let me put that together. No, I haven't. But I know you were in a really bad accident, right?
Yeah, it was an accident that turned into a blessing because out of that accident, I created the Traumatic Brain Injury Act that President Clinton signed into an act in 1997.
Gary's being a little braggadocious because he's been dead. And he wanted to,
No.
It is a little braggadocious to point out, because know he hasn't been dead.
Braggadocious is a town in Louisiana, and I haven't been there.
I didn't know.
And there's no such thing as death. You go to the other place with a guide, and it's very, very fun.
So was that a trick question when you asked him?
Nothing's a trick with me,
okay.
dummy.
That's obvious. That was an obvious one.
Help me out here, speak.
No, I'm listening here. You have the floor.
Where do you shoot the show?
We shoot outside of Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, wow.
Sonoy. Yeah. So it's very hot. We shoot all summer long. And
well, welcome to Humidityville.
Yeah, exactly right.
Didn't you guys just finish? You just finished the season?
Just wrapped season 7. So I was there from end of April until Thanksgiving.
Are you happy about how the show ends this season?
Yeah. I think that the audience will. I mean, I know happy is a kind of a. It depends on what side of things you're looking at it. But as a fan of the show, I think we ended this season.
Does everybody end up dead?
Pardon me?
Does everybody end up dead at the end of the show?
No. A lot of people do. But it's Walking Dead takes place in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Well,
and
Negan it's like a different kind of carnival.
Yeah.
You'd love it.
Yeah, and Negan is a pretty amazing character. We've been watching this group of people travel for years now throughout this apocalyptic world and kind of looking up to him. And one guy's become the hero, Rick, and we've been watching this all build and build and build. And finally, he's met this Force Negan who's got all these guys behind him that are helping.
Force Negan?
No, Negan is a force.
Negan is the force of nature. He, I guess the heroes of the show. The show's been on for 6 seasons before Negan, this character, shows up, and it follows this group of survivors led by one guy, and they've become our heroes of the show.
Are the survivors dead people walking?
No. There's dead people walking that they fight off. They're human, live humans, and
I gotta watch this.
I guess what you find out in the course of this show and this year especially is the problem isn't the Walking Dead, it's the living, and in this case it's Negan who's.
I bet when you break it all down, the bottom line, it's the executives.
And it is the executives at AMC.
I'm kidding.
How much pressure is it to walk into a show that's it's arguably the biggest show on television right now? Or it's definitely the biggest show on cable, and it's like you have a major role in it. So it's like if you fuck it up, everyone there's no way to hide that.
I think I feel it more now. I didn't. I was a fan of the show, but I don't think I realized just how many people watched it or how people were so passionate about it and all that stuff that goes with it until you live it. I mean, it's just a different world now. Proper. It's
what network are you on?
It's on AMC.
American Movie Channel.
Is that what it is?
Or American Movie Classics.
Yeah,
I think
it was. I don't know what. I mean, now I think it's just AMC.
I think it's just AMC.
Yeah.
It used to be
something else.
Movie Classics, but I don't think it is that anymore.
Turner Classic Movies.
No, it's not on that channel. It's on AMC. But
what was it called? I didn't say it was on that channel.
No, I know. I'm just making sure the audience knows.
Yeah, what does it say?
Because they tend to get confused.
You think
American Movie Classic.
American Movie Classic.
Yeah.
No, you said I was wrong.
2003. No, you're never wrong.
Thank you.
Nobody's ever wrong. If you think you're wrong, you're failing yourself.
Here's what I picked up, especially, it hit me when I was watching the premiere.
Gary, you're like a walking bumper sticker.
Who, me?
Yeah, everything that comes out of your mouth, I feel like it could be
But
like
you know
a
what?
saying. I like it.
I got a bumper sticker for you.
Go.
It's going to be your favorite.
I love it.
It's called "I'd Rather Be Drooling."
Why?
Because he's dead.
His character is still living. but what I picked up watching
That's
this,
pretty good.
That is very good. That is really good.
Pull up behind you and see that and go, ooh, steer clear of this dude.
Yeah.
That way you'll be isolated and you'll be safe.
I think a lot of guests for this show actually leave with that bumper sticker. What I picked up from the season premiere was how difficult it's got to be this guy because, like, Negan, like, is so cool, you know, and is so like quick and has all the one-liners and it just has a cool look that you you want to love him, right? The instinct is for him to be that bad guy that you love, right? But you've got to make choices, and I guess the writers have to make choices too. What are you doing, Gary?
That's not me.
I'm pretty sure it was. That make it so that he's still hated, right? And
well, I think he does things that you're going to hate him. I mean, when he's bashing someone's brains in
that would be a hater, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's incorrect. That's what I love him.
That is a beloved character for 7 years.
Right.
Gary panting is throwing me off.
It's not panting. It's excitement.
Oh.
I'm doing a play called The Perfect Crime. I'm playing the part of a baseball bat killer. Shut up laughing.
Whoa.
Oh, so
baseball bat killer. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm a baseball bat killer in Walking Dead.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not fucking with you.
Do you ever you're not fucking with me?
Her name's Lucille.
It's about time. Her name's Lucille?
Lucille, wrapped in barbed wire. A baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire.
And why do you pick the name Lucille?
It was the name of Negan's wife who dies of cancer. And he's still...
Lucille.
Carrying,
Wrapped in barbed wire.
Wrapped in barbed wire. You want to take that idea? Run with it in your play?
I'll make it happen tomorrow night.
That's kind of cool.
It would be topical too. I mean, the audience would go
I'll come out with
the audience would love it.
I'll come out with a bat wrapped in barbed wire and tell the audience, if you're not reacting to this play properly, you're going to meet my bat the hard way.
I like that. That sounds right out of Negan's playbook.
It's a Negan line. It is. I like it.
And I think that you're wrong. People don't dislike you when you're killing loved characters. I think it's great.
I think it's a split.
It's awesome.
I think it's a split. I think some people were. I think fans of the comic book were really kind of looking forward to it. And I think other people that aren't aware of the comic book or this character as much just still kind of dislike Negan a lot, which is okay.
It's not a cheesy bad guy. Like some bad guys are a little cheesy, but it's brutal. I mean, it's really brutal.
You know what? Let me tell you something. All the bad guys in movies and TV, they're not bad. They're just misunderstood by the public.
Because they think what they're doing is right.
That's right.
They're not doing something necessarily maliciously.
I think
Welcome to Earth.
That definitely works in Negan's case. I think to survive that long in this world, it's like if you look at the heroes of the show, Rick and Daryl Dixon and those guys, they've done some horrible things. And remember, they killed 30 saviors while they slept. So I've only killed 2 of them. When you think about it. When you break it down, it's not even a fair
You were going to have his kid's arm cut off, which I thought was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
I thought that was the most intense part of that first episode.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. I said this today on the show. I'm going to be beyond furious if Carl kills Negan. If that's what happens on this show, I need to know right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
don't tell
because if that's what happens, I need to stop watching now because I'm going to be very upset.
Sam loves Carl, and he can't picture Carl being immoral.
That's
really?
Not, No, I know.
Just admit it. So what?
I was hoping Carl's arm would get cut off in that episode. I'm ready for Carl to meet his maker.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah.
Look, Chandler's a good kid, and
I mean, I don't have anything against the boy, you know.
Yeah.
But the character, I'm ready for him to.
Oh, really?
Meet his maker. Yeah. Yeah.
Sam likes younger children. He doesn't like the fact that he doesn't like Carl.
That statement should really be misconstrued.
Sam, you just said something that brought to my mind one of the best songs I've ever heard to end a movie.
Good.
And it was Daniel Lanois' song, Meet the Maker, at the end of Sling Blade.
Great movie.
I don't remember that
Great
song,
movie.
though.
Great
Well, that's
movie.
because you were asleep.
No, I was wide awake, but I
couldn't
probably
follow
just
it.
didn't remember it.
Great movie.
It's great meeting you.
Had some potty
I'm
meat.
not leaving.
No.
I am.
Shook his hand and said, yeah, hey, really a pleasure. Where are you going? Nowhere. I'm just going to stay.
Do you think that Negan shows zero vulnerability on the show, right? And that's the strength of him. Like the trick is that.
I think he's just a step or two ahead of where everyone else is. I
Right.
think he's just
Vulnerability. Very powerful.
I think he's got the charisma and the sense of humor and definitely the brutality going for him. But I think he's just super smart as well. And I think that's where he was.
Did you say secret
underestimated.
smart?
Gary just farted. Gary just farted.
I want to
keep
know
up
how
with you,
I ended
man.
up in
going
this
on with
fucking
the show.
interview. How the fuck did I walk into this?
I don't know.
Gary just farted.
No.
Welcome to the show.
You get to meet your hero. He played Buddy Holly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
never
I mean,
thought Gary Busey would be farting on you in mid-explanation, did you?
I'm telling you.
Okay, I got something for you.
Oh,
Okay, good.
I was hoping.
I'm writing a
Another
book.
gasser?
I'm putting a book together called Buseyisms, where I
good.
take
I
a
hadn't heard
word.
about this.
Shut up! Where I take a word, I take the letters that spell the word, and create a definition.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The word
News
fart,
to
which
me.
is a natural bodily function
It
men
certainly
and
is.
women and children all do,
Right.
including animals. FART stands for...
pick the
Shut
timing a little.
Yeah,
Okay,
please,
no,
he's
you're right.
finishing.
You're right.
FART stands for feeling a rectal transmission.
Oh.
See?
Yeah, no.
So
it's
now
still-
that you know that, you get on an elevator and let out a fart, and then ask everybody to play Name That Smell, and you'll be very popular.
It really doesn't justify your behavior, Gary.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
No, it justifies.
That was a loud
everything.
gasser you just
You know
got.
what that does, Sam? That justifies everything you're not.
Which is a fart. Yeah, I know. I guess I can accept that. That criticism. You know,
Criticism is fun.
like here's the problem, Gary. I was wondering.
Help me.
No, you're on your own. I got your back.
Bad Barbara.
Gary, like I was wondering
Buseyisms.
if
Who was wondering?
I was wondering if we were going to see more vulnerability from Negan's character on the show.
Yeah, and you got a
that's-
loud fart.
Yeah, I was trying to.
You're never going to know that
Why?
because
The
you're
guy's
in the
right
audience.
here.
He's not going to tell you that. That's just.
You're not gonna tell me?
That's like
It's a
asking
trade
a chef. Hey, Sam, wake up. That's like asking a chef for his recipe for a favorite food he makes for you.
They love telling their recipes.
Yeah, there's cookbooks.
I know. The cookbooks don't have the recipes of secret invasion to your digestive system and your taste bud area.
No, you're right. I guess I
It's
thought
like
this
Colonel
was-
Sanders' secret recipe.
Hey, there you go.
So you're
Exactly.
saying Negan's vulnerability are those 7 herbs and spices?
Yes, exactly
We really
right.
can't talk
That I
about it at
can't- I
all.
can't
No,
tell you
no.
what those
You know
are.
what Colonel Sanders' secret is?
What?
He dips
Yeah.
all of his chickens after they're plucked
Yeah.
in kerosene.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I
then
had no idea.
You eat a piece of chicken, you'll be running to the bathroom.
I see.
You know what
I
you can
see.
do too after eating Kentucky
a lot of bathroom
Fried
humor
Chicken?
out of you
Yeah, I love
today.
it.
You can get stick matches this big and light your farts.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Now you do.
I didn't know that. Next time you come in, you've got a trick for us.
No,
My
next
kid
time.
this would be his favorite conversation ever.
He would love that,
Just
right?
Talking about farts, the whole
How-
interview about
right.
farts, he'd be.
How old
in.
is your kid?
He's 7.
Okay.
That's about right.
This is his conversation. He'd be
Right.
stoked.
Right. Yeah.
Did you hear Gary fart though while you were talking?
I did.
Farting is a strange way of interrupting.
What's it stand for?
FART stands for feeling a rectal transmission.
That's 100% right. That's 100% right.
It's fun too.
Have you been? Have the Walking Dead fans hated you? Like, do you get people that can't separate? Because people did love Glenn,
but
and
not
that
as
they're-
many as I anticipated.
Right.
Mostly people have been very kind, but there are people. I get some good hate mail and people that just dislike the character, and they definitely don't separate between reality and fiction. But mostly, folks have been really cool.
And you're on board for at least through season 8. You said, is that right? Or we don't-
Into season 8.
Yeah. So right.
May or may not.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know.
Well, you need a good bad guy, though. Without a good bad guy, it's pointless because zombies are pretty easy to kill, so you need a good villain.
Zombies are impossible to kill.
No, they're not.
My
A headshot
6-year-old
kills
son
them.
will tell you that.
Oh.
No, your
He's
6-year-old
got
son will probably
he's
tell you
got
they can be
zombie
killed.
books, and he can get zombies on his telephone. They can't be dead.
No, you could kill zombies
Brain
with
shot.
a shot
Yeah,
to the
brain
brain
shot.
shot to the head.
You know what goes ha 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 thud? That's a zombie laughing his head off.
No, I guess that.
So the thud would be.
The head hitting the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that?
Your intelligence is climbing.
How does the zombie laugh?
I don't know. I don't know.
Shit out of me.
Yeah. Car crash for Gary
Was that a
Busey's
fart?
joke.
What was that?
I do want another one though.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the great thing about dead people. They don't fart.
They do actually. That's
Well,
not
you
true.
still
They
talk-
do when they
Gary.
die. Hold on, when they die, they do. They emit a lot of gas.
Why are we still
That's
talking
true.
about farts?
That just disappears into the atmosphere.
Gary.
Well, yeah.
Why are you still talking about farts?
Why what?
Why are you still talking about farts?
Because they're
Why
awesome.
not? You're not talking about anything more
You
intriguing.
keep interrupting me with your flatulence.
Well, you know what? You're being interrupted because people don't want to hear you. And I'm kidding. Everybody needs to hear Sam.
I appreciate that, Gary. You're probably doing us all a service to tell you the truth.
I am.
I think so.
You'll realize it later when you go home and bathe.
So the next, I was reading that the next project you're doing was with Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah,
Is that right?
It was a movie that we shot a couple years ago that comes out. I think in a week or something. Is that? I think December 16th, maybe.
December 16th is
I
right.
looked at my publicist, who's fired, and she doesn't know.
She was about to leave. She
She's
quit.
like, I'm done.
What's the movie called?
Solace. It's myself and Anthony Hopkins and Colin Farrell and Abby Cornish.
I have to tell you, like, the two best bad guys on TV right now are you on Walking Dead and Anthony Hopkins on Westworld.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Amazing.
I don't even
on
see him
that
as a
show.
bad guy though.
I don't really either.
Are you caught up?
I'm close to being caught up.
He starts to get more and more of.
I know.
feel like now.
I think the last episode
Yeah.
that he does, but he is he's such an amazing dude. We
He is.
became really good friends.
Anthony is amazing, a giver. He's such a giver when he's working with others.
Yeah, and I was going to actually ask Jeffrey about that because he just worked with me.
Have you worked with Anthony?
Yeah.
What'd you do with him?
We had a panty raid in Atlanta.
Well, Gary likes panties. Jeffrey, have you ever worn panties?
Got him on right now.
God, dog, this is good.
So you worked with him. You did a film. What's the film? Who are you in the film?
I play a cop, and believe it or not, this movie was written as a sequel to Seven.
Oh, wow.
So originally it was written as a sequel to that, and then it went through a couple different transformations. But I play a cop who enlists the help of Anthony Hopkins, who is a psychic, to find a serial killer. Ooh. And he's so good in it. And the serial killer is Colin Farrell. So it's a little bit of psychic cat and mouse. And
Yeah.
it's a cool little movie. I'm excited it's finally coming out. It got caught up in the relativity bullshit.
Yes.
And so
Relativity?
Yeah.
It's not.
No, Jesus.
Is there a Busey
I just opened up the whole universe of questions.
Who plays Einstein in this thing?
No, relativity.
Daniel Kurland.
The movie company that got caught up in like chapter 12 or something and got shut down. So all the movies. What?
Shepherd?
Yeah, Shepherd.
Shepherd.
How many sheep do you have in the movie?
100% right. Speaking of Shepherd, you live on a farm, right? You work on a farm.
I do
Yeah,
live on
see, there we go.
Nice fucking segue.
Well, I'm trying to.
Nice. That was
There
good.
is this. I want you to.
I was still sweating about the shepherd shit, but now I'm good.
Yeah.
we got there.
Were you involved in any farm births?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Me too.
Yeah.
Changed in ropes.
Okay, well, listen.
Oh, yeah?
Listen, let's ask Jeffrey the question.
What kind of farm birth?
Right?
I'm still here, buddy, so shut up.
Do you know what Highland cattle? Do you know the breed of Highland cattle? They're Scottish bred cow. They all have long hair and they're massive.
Yeah, I do.
So I had my first baby Highland cow born in the spring. Oh, look, there they are right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're silly looking.
And they are cool. They are silly looking, and they're awesome.
They look prehistoric.
Yeah, they do. They're kind of half mammoth, half cow.
That would make a great coat for summer.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I'm wearing my farm cow coat. What is that kind of
Highland cattle. Yeah.
Highland cattle.
Well,
Did you
that's
help
good.
birth
Nice
it?
job back there.
Did you help Did you help it? Lift your mic a little bit.
No, man. I didn't have to help because the mama cow, Alice, this was her 7th birth, and literally she was standing up and just boom, a cow. Literally, it
They
was like
shoot
a
them out
slingshot.
like heat-seeking missiles.
And an hour later, this little baby was up and walking, and me and my kid just sat there watching the whole thing, and he was talking about farts the whole time. It was just,
Good
it was
for him.
awesome.
My kind of cow.
They
My
said
kid, not the cow.
cows fart a lot. Cows do fart a lot. You know that. That's actually a problem.
You know what cow?
Because Gary brought
You know
it
what
up
the
and
word
Jeffrey brought it
cow?
up.
You know what COW stands for?
What?
Come on, woman.
I see. That makes sense
It
to
does.
me.
It is actually going to make sense.
It's very, very good.
Come on, woman.
Do you get to keep the Lucille prop?
I'll definitely before it's all said and done.
Hook or
swipe it.
crook, it's going home with you.
Yeah,
You got
exactly
to, right? Is there only one?
No, we have a couple.
Yeah, one, I guess, a blood stain.
She tends to get messy.
There was one you, in that first scene. You pulled that bat back, and there was a piece of skull or skin hanging off it.
Yeah.
In that first, it was fucking brutal, man.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
so good.
Some brain matter, like
it was
hanging on.
It was like literally like a piece of a wig hanging off it. It was like somebody's skull.
Yeah.
Do you have
I suggest you, when you walk the streets in New York or Atlanta, carry that bat.
There's so many out there right now. I can't walk outside a door without somebody having a Lucille right now. It's crazy.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite Negan line?
Gotta do it wrong.
Probably fucking fuckity fuck at this point.
What?
That's my favorite line.
What is it?
Fucking fuckity fuck.
Negan has a bit of a podcast.
That's not Disney. That's not Disney.
No, it's not Disney.
No.
Negan is every other word is the fuck, some version of fuck.
Do you know what that stands for? F-U-C-K?
Please tell me.
No, I'm going to tell you.
You should put a book out with these things.
I am. A Busey isn't book. It's being published. And fuck, F-U-C-K stands for fornication on the consent of the king.
I heard it was for unlawful carnal knowledge.
Well, that's your stupidity. That's you and Jack Nicholson.
Well, listen, The Walking Dead is on Sundays at 9 p.m.
Walking Dead.
on AMC, and I will tell you that your character brought me right back into the show.
Tremendous.
I thought I was
thank
done, and you brought me back in, and I'm
Thanks
back in.
very much.
I'm in.
Should we take a quick break?
Yeah, and I love what you're doing.
And
so.
I'm the newest fan of the show.
Yes, you are.
Thanks, Gary.
Gary Busey is sticking around. Jeffrey, we're going to let you get
Awesome.
back to
Thank you, guys.
your regular interview circuit. But
Thanks
I want
for
you
having
to leave here with the knowledge that we did try to form a semblance of an interview.
I think it was great.
Good.
I think it was great. I think
That was good.
Gary kept it moving the whole time.
You had a
Oh,
legend cut a gasser
you.
on you. What's better than that?
You said fuck.
Gary
fuck,
is a
fuckity
talent.
fuck. That got everyone.
We'll be right back after this. That panting can only mean one thing. We are back.
That's right. And Gary's here.
Yep. Welcome back to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts and Gary Busey.
That's right.
Gary is hanging out because he's in New York until Sunday, where you can see him in Perfect Crime, which is at the Theater Center in Times Square. Perfect-crime.com. Gary's only going to be part of this show until Sunday, and then it's au revoir. Right?
It's au revoir. And I go back to California and get heavy knee surgery on my left knee on December 12th.
What are you getting done to your knee?
I'm going to have it opened and take some renegade ligaments out.
Yeah.
And fix the left side in both meniscuses, the media and the lateral.
How'd you hurt it?
I fell down. I went in the kitchen about 3 years ago, and the floor was wet. I didn't know it. And I slipped, boom, bam. And the bottom part of my left knee, from the knee down, folded up under my thigh.
Wow.
And I hit hard.
Oof.
And I've been dealing with that since then, and now it's going to be repaired.
Now, you noticed my Johnny Cash shirt. And
Well,
you said that,
before that, I just want to ask real quick. Did you tickle Jeffrey Dean Morgan while we were taking a photo?
What?
I'm asking. We took a group photo during the commercial break, and it was Jim, and then you, and then Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and then me.
he tickled me a lot.
That's inappropriate information for you to know.
Because it seemed like Jeffrey Dean Morgan was kind of annoyed that he was being tickled.
No, they was annoyed because he had to stand by you.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't inappropriately touching him.
I was tickled, and I'm very vulnerable to a good tickle.
I saw you really
don't like
reacting, but I do believe that Gary Busey was tickling Negan.
No, you're wrong.
I'm wrong?
You can't tickle dead people.
He's not dead on the show or
But
in
he's
real
dead
life.
to me. He's alive. No, he's not. He's not dead. He's a great guy. Good. See the show. Be sure to see the show, AMC.
But you did tickle him. He's the biggest star on television right now.
You know what a star is?
What's that?
A star is nothing but a self-contained mass of gas way up in the sky. They come out at night.
That doesn't match up with the letters.
It doesn't match up with the propaganda, the PR in the 30s either.
Oh, that's a good point.
You got to do your research, buddy, if you're going to talk to Jim.
That's right. That's right. So you did. But I'm sorry, Jim.
That's right. No, I wanted to ask about, because you mentioned Johnny Cash, and you said that he was one of your
Johnny
best friends.
Cash, yeah.
So how did you meet him?
I met him through Willie Nelson,
belting.
Christopherson, and Waylon Jennings.
I've interviewed Willie Nelson before.
I'm glad you did.
Okay. I guess go on with your point then.
Do you know what 20 people in a row are? The 20 people in the row.
A line?
No, the 20 people in a row, and they have, between them all, 12 teeth.
Okay, babies. Bunch
No,
of babies.
It's the front row of a Willie Nelson concert.
Okay, you're making fun of Willie Nelson's fan base.
No, I'm not.
Well,
Not
you
at
said
all.
they have no teeth.
Yeah.
Well, they don't need them.
Oh, I see.
They eat grits and posters.
So you met Johnny Cash through them.
All right. Right before he answers
Gary's
this
eating
question,
an egg and bacon
he's
sandwich.
taking a big bite of a bacon and egg. Okay, we'll let
No,
you.
go ahead and talk.
Go ahead, ask
No,
him.
he
can
had
talk.
already because he had already asked you. He said,
What was your question?
How'd you meet Johnny Cash? And because you said you.
Christopherson, Waylon.
Yeah.
But like, how did a relationship build?
Right, yeah.
With you and Johnny Cash, I
Man
believe.
called Sue. Oh,
He's he's doing the Johnny
The middle
Cash middle finger gesture.
He didn't write a boy named Sue, though.
who cares?
I know, I'm just
He
saying.
sang it.
Good point,
He
Gary.
did. Sang it well.
Why would you bring that up?
'Cause I figured Gary might have a Shel Silverstein story.
Right, Desi?
No, apparently not.
No, he does
Didn't
not.
care. Not at all.
Doesn't care.
Just eating a sandwich.
He's
I
enjoying
got
himself.
good news for you.
Oh,
no.
Jim, you did not write the Bible, but a lot of people wear it, read it, and be it. And Bible stands for B-I-B-L-E. Basic instructions before leaving Earth.
You know what my Bible is? The Book of Buseyisms.
Oh, hey.
You're putting together a book, right?
Yep.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
And we met here in New York with Steve Cohen and his crew at Macmillan, and it's going to get published.
Well, speaking of meeting people, how did you and Johnny Cash establish? What kind of relationship did you guys have?
Respectful.
Okay. The wording is very, very tricky with you, Gary.
Did you ever hang out with him?
Yeah, I did. I met these guys after the Buddy Holly story.
Right.
So they knew Buddy, and they knew about him.
Mm-hmm.
When they saw the performance of me doing Buddy, they really respected the performance and Buddy Holly much more.
Really?
And after the movie was done, the Buddy Holly story, a lot of people, artists, started recovering his songs.
You have egg on your lip.
Ronstadt did, it's so easy to fall in love. It's so easy to fall in love. Baby, and what do you see? Everything that's a little part of me. It's so easy. It's so easy. It's so easy. It's so doggone easy. Doggone easy. Doggone easy. It seems so easy. Seems so easy. Seems so easy. Yeah, where you're concerned, my heart has learned well. It's so easy to fall in love. Woo! Thank you.
Who's that?
Oh, clap, dummy.
He said, "Who was that?"
Sorry.
Yeah, well,
Gary said, clap, dummy. Clap,
See,
dummy.
you guys are used to going and putting on shows,
you got egg on your mouth.
and after you,
It's gone.
thanks for the tip.
Yeah.
And you know what TIP stands for?
No.
To ensure promptness.
Yeah. How about this? How about tip of this dick?
Huh?
You know what I mean? Like you go like, hey.
You talking about tipping cows or tipping your scrotum?
No, you go like this. This is actually a good word you use. Maybe use it in the play tonight. You go like, hey, I got a tip for you. And they're like, what is it? And you go, tip of this dick.
What?
Tip of this dick.
God.
You know?
It's good insanity, though. Your insanity works on the airwaves.
Oh, thank you very much. Actually, would you like to take an audience question, Gary?
Yeah, I'm here for Gary. My name is Smack.
Smack is
Oh, hi,
back.
Smack.
Yeah.
Smack, do you know Chip?
Yeah.
What's up?
I saw Jim on my phone chat.
Yeah. Smack. Who's Smack? Smack you pecker or something.
Smack, I'm very small. My clothes are small, but I'm educated.
Oh, big fucking deal.
I gotta go. Bye.
Good. Goodbye.
You need to work on
I thought you
your-
were leaving.
Jim, you need to work on your personality so you don't scare people
Yeah,
away.
at least I don't have egg on my lip.
You don't need egg on your lip to have bad breath. Bye-bye.
He's hitting you in your insecurity, Jim.
Smack, wait for me outside.
I actually have very fresh breath.
Okay, I
Thank
will.
the Lord.
Let's go to Fred.
Hello, Fred. Oh, hold on, Gary's got to put his headphones
Oh, yeah.
on.
Please place your headphones on your ears. That way you can hear the callers. Because the
I can hear who?
The callers. The people listening have questions for Gary Busey, and it is our duty as professional broadcasters to allow them the privilege of asking those questions.
Yay!
Yeah. Fred, what's going on, pal?
Yeah, I got a question for Gary about deja vu. Now, I have a theory that deja vu is just a memory coming back of watching your life before you came to Earth from heaven. Is that accurate, or?
Gary, explain deja vu to Fred.
Deja vu is when your mind is working faster than your brain, and you feel you've been somewhere and you see it in your mind, then your brain picks it up, and that's when you feel like you've been there before, you've done this before. It's all an illusion between the mind and the brain, and how one picks up the issue or the vision first. And when I came out of my brain surgery and recovery, I had what was called Vuja days, and what that is.
Now, when you say what is called Vuja days, is it called that because you made that up just now?
Yeah,
I see.
And what a Vuja day is, I saw things that I know I had seen before, but it was like the first time I was seeing it.
I see. So I think, Fred, your heaven theory has more to do with Vuja Day than deja vu.
No, not heaven theory.
Right.
There's no such thing as a heaven theory.
There isn't?
Heaven is as heaven isn't, but it is.
That's
so
from Forrest
it's
Gump,
never
right?
is.
Yeah, kind of.
No, it's not from Forrest Gump. It's from Gary Busey.
Oh, it seems like you were borrowed it a little from Forrest Gump.
It's a little Forrest Gump.
Not at all. That's you guys and your immortality with your lack of intelligence.
Remember, stupid is as stupid does.
Well, that's you, buddy.
Thank you, Fred.
Thanks, Fred. God bless.
You know, I don't know if you remember this or not, but we had Nick DiPaolo in here yesterday.
Who?
Nick DiPaolo is a comedian. You don't have to remember the comedian. But do you remember doing the roast, I believe it was, of Larry the Cable Guy?
Yeah.
Do you remember getting mad at a comedian?
I never did.
He said you almost beat him up.
He said you got mad at him.
Well, that's him. That's him trying to be funny, but it didn't work, did it?
He said you almost rushed the podium, and he told you to sit down, and then you confronted him backstage and reminded him that you used to play football.
That's all a lie.
Is that propaganda?
That's called a lie. Propaganda, self-promotion in a very bad way.
Right.
Did you play football?
Yeah, I played football for about 12 years. Grade school, junior high, high school, junior college, college, and university.
But if he's lying, how would he know that?
Well, you know what lie means.
What?
Liar isn't. I mean,
no.
Lie
What's
actually
lie stand
means.
for?
Lie stands for loser isn't excellent.
No.
Liar stands for somebody who lays in the grass waiting for a cow to come by and poop on them.
It's not. There's way too many letters.
Yeah. Why would you lay in the grass
How
wait
could
for a
it-
cow to? She just go to where the cow is and lay there. It's not going to move.
Well, you're from the city, buddy. You wouldn't know that issue of tradition and ritual.
No,
yeah,
you're right.
exactly. You wouldn't know some cow shit if it hit you on the face.
I'm a big
No,
apple.
they're not. It's not called that.
Cow pie?
No, it's called cow patty.
Cow patty.
Yeah, that's her name.
You ever throw one of those in a bun?
No.
Okay,
Look,
good.
you use them to start fires.
Oh, I see. You got to pick them up with your hand?
Yeah, sure.
Ew.
Well, they're all dry. They're like
They're like little frisbees.
Yeah, but that means you're handling shit, Gary, with your hands.
No, you know what shit means?
No?
I
think it just means poop.
No, at the turn of the century, there were boats coming from the Amazon River to Rio de Janeiro carrying manure, and they were going to make
manure. I hate manure.
They were going to make fertilizer.
Why do you have it on your dick then? Get it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
From fucking a horse.
You guys have a way of ruining something so beautiful.
I was just thinking that.
We've been told that.
Yeah.
May I
like
resume?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan interviews.
May I resume with? You're so caught up in your funniness that you're not funny.
I was just thinking that. No, you're right.
You're
You're
too
right.
caught up.
Please resume. I don't need to be
You're
interrupted.
blushing. You got little red spots on your cheeks.
That's rosacea.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And white spots on his back. Go ahead.
the manure ships were leaking
rub off.
manure, and the manure was going into the other ships. So the maritime law said to the manure guys, you have to put something on your ship that you can read from a half mile with the naked eye. And so they wrote the letters SHIT, and that stands for sewage hold in transit.
So that's not a Buseyism. That's just a thing.
That's the thing. That's a real
I
thing.
see. Hey, why did you fart during the Jeffrey Dean Morgan interview?
Farts happen naturally, buddy.
They do.
Yeah, but
they come without warning, stupid.
Could you hear it on the radio?
I heard it.
Barely, but you can. You
All right, let's see if we can decipher
hear it. We'll play it back.
We're going to listen back.
You guys are very powerful.
I think he's got the charisma and the sense of humor, and definitely the brutality.
That's a good one.
You see, he was answering the
a
question.
woman can fart silently and drop a grown man 10 feet away in a second.
That's a female power, though. You ever heard a female queef? You know what a queef is?
A queef, yeah.
Yeah. What's that then? If you know what it is, you tell me what it is.
It's a airplane without an engine that comes out of Germany.
No, it's a pussy fart.
Yeah, well, that's you.
That's me.
Do you know the shortest book in the world?
No.
500 years of German humor. They're not funny.
You don't think the Germans are funny?
Not yet.
They haven't been yet.
German sounds like English running backwards on a tape.
Yeah.
It's an unpleasant language.
It's very severe. Have you found
so
that?
Russian.
Do you find that?
Yeah.
Russian's very
Unpleasant
severe.
languages.
I like the romantic languages like French.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Spanish.
Well, it'd be French. It wouldn't be France.
Well, I'm French.
You are?
My name is Busey. Last name is Busey, and my great-great-great-uncle is Claude Debussy, the classical pianist who wrote Clair de Lune.
I see. You know, I'm related to Thomas Jefferson, so I get it.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
You're not related to Thomas Jefferson.
Yes, I am.
He says that because he thinks people will be impressed by it, but it's not true.
It's funny, though. People can be impressed. People can be depressed. People can be suppressed. People can be cashless.
Yeah.
So how come your name is Busey and his was Debussy?
Huh?
Yeah, should you be Gary Debussy?
Yeah.
No, you got changed.
Why'd you change?
Why? Why are you crunching into the
Crunching
microphone?
his bacon.
People
He likes
hate
noise.
that.
Guy likes noise.
Yeah, people really don't like that.
This is my love affair with bacon.
Crunching into the microphone and tooting during our interviews.
Yeah.
It's just.
Hey, man, I'm a human being.
That's right.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. That's why people.
There's Claude. Hey, buddy.
that's why people love
He
you
looks
so
like
much.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
You're fantastic, man. You are great.
He's pointing at Adrian.
Yeah, little does he know.
Yeah. Just typed in Claude, spelled it wrong 3 times.
Hey, I got a hard question for you.
Sure.
I got a hard on.
Do you play musical instruments, Sam?
Skin flute.
Yeah, just the skin flute.
What?
Skin flute. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't play any musical instruments.
I know what you're saying, but I didn't know you were gay.
I'm not gay.
He's not gay. He's just open-minded.
Yeah. No, I don't play any musical instruments.
You know what the word gay stands for?
No, but I'd love to find out.
It was created at the first gay pride parade.
What?
No.
So how'd they know? Why
Got
they call
something yesterday?
So gay.
Got something yesterday?
Yeah, I can't think of the second word.
You guys, both of you guys give stupid a new definition.
How could they call it? Here's what's stupid. You just said they invented the word gay at the gay pride parade. So
They
how,
didn't invent the word gay.
well, how could they call it the gay pride parade?
Ooh.
No.
That's stupid.
The gay pride parade was there, but gay came from the homosexuals telling the heterosexuals, we're as good as you.
Oh. Now, is that a Buseyism?
No.
That's real?
It's not mine, that's theirs.
It's a gayism.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're as good as you.
We're out of time, Gary Busey, but I want everybody to make sure.
No, I'm not done. I got more to eat.
Well, then you can sit here and eat, and then after that,
Listen, I want to thank you guys for bringing me back.
I want to thank you.
Because I have so much fun with you two
We enjoy
guys.
you.
And it's just so much fun.
Will you tell your people?
So wait a second. Sorry. So it's what got good as you? Good as you. I never heard of that.
Good as
before.
you.
We're as good as you.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
Yeah. So next time,
How you guys doing? Fine anyway, guys.
You know, I can see with your little bitty button eyes
Thank you.
that you're thinking all the time.
I'm a thinker.
He is, and they're not
you-
button, they're
and
beady.
you-
But
you-
go on.
You are an automatic giver of everything.
Misery and blowjobs.
Of everything you have.
Yeah.
It'd be good if you shut up while I'm talking.
Excellent point. It would be much better.
I'm done.
No,
Thank
hold on,
you,
finish
Gary
what you're saying.
Busey.
And what about Travis? You didn't comment on Travis.
He's gay.
Hey,
Worst
Travis.
wave ever.
You got to get out from behind the glass
I think
So
they
it
like
doesn't
me
like
back
it
here.
doesn't look like you're at Rikers.
That's the Tef box.
Yeah.
AKA the dog pound.
Tef box, yeah.
Travis dog.
I got little pieces of bacon in my mouth. Would you like me to spit them on you?
No,
most
because
of
I'm
them are on the
trying to
mic.
diet, but we have a guy here who would like that very much.
D-Bag would like to get bacon spit upon him.
He would like that.
Yeah.
Fine. If a piece of bacon sticks on your face, leave it there.
Yeah.
If a piece of bacon sticks on your face, leave it there.
Leave it there.
Because you can have a snack later.
Yeah, leave it there.
I'm going to spit bacon on your face.
Yeah, spit bacon.
Yeah.
Spit bacon on his face. This would be good, Gary.
I'm gonna close my mouth.
No, it went off that way.
That's all right. You have another one?
Just give him a nice loogie. All right, Gary's spitting.
Gary's just spitting bacon on everybody.
Jim is in Hartford, Connecticut tomorrow. You can go to JimNorton.com. Gary's spitting on Jim.
I got him in the cheek.
JimNorton.com.
Tomorrow I have New Year's Eve tickets going on sale for the Tarrytown Music Hall at 10 a.m. My opening act is here with me, and tomorrow 10 a.m.
Can I be there? And Smack will be there.
Can I be
too.
your sister?
No, you can't.
And Jim Florentine will be there tomorrow.
Fucking piece of garbage.
With me.
Who?
Jim Florentine.
Who's that?
Stop belching.
Oh, that's a fart. Can't you tell the difference?
Between your mouth and your asshole, not really.
Okay, I rest my fucking case.
We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.